Alright, I believe we are live with that, so hopefully everything's in place, and if it's not, well, okay. We'll just deal with it as it comes up. Now I can officially open the Pepsi. I am a good influence on people. This show is brought to you by Pepsi. No. No, it's not. It is all good. Alright, couple things to sort out as usual. And then we will be ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this link right here, and we're going to go ahead and go through the whole song and dance of copy-pasting into everybody's self-promo sections, because Lamau. Hope everybody's doing good. I need to move this microphone closer. I don't need to. I don't know. I feel like I might just need a longer arm on this microphone stand. I'm gonna mute myself real quick. There we go. Okay. A little bit closer, a little bit more in my face, but that's okay. We'll deal with that. That's fine. Chuckles, I see that first. I see your little profile picture popping up in the corner there. You get your 2 minutes. Welcome in, welcome in. God, I'm so glad I automated all this shit. I can't fathom when it was like just talking, when it was like just chatting streamers on Twitch, and they didn't have access to all this stuff. Selenia. Oh, come on, we'll get there today, but hold on a minute, We gotta... That entire section is just so awkward. It's so awkward, especially in the context of this being a game from like the early 2000s. Hey, Georgia, I hope you're doing alright. Hope everybody's having a good one. I see that little Rob emote, dancing Tommy Schlug. Love to see it. Alright, my usual shtick, I'm gonna be here a minute. I don't like doing starting soon screens. Is that a little chicken in the corner? That's Chuckles the Hut's profile picture. If you redeem first, you get 2 minutes of your profile picture in the corner before it vanishes. Yes, it is a little chicken in the corner. It's it looks like a chocobo. I don't know what Final Fantasy game though, if it is. That is a very chunky chocobo. Exceedingly chunky, maximum chunk. Yeah, it's a very cute picture. Very good. You should be very proud of your profile picture. Chuckles. It's very good. I like that little raven emote. Vinks.
Hi, Oto-chan.
Hi, Oto-chan.
Fucking...
This gets me every fucking time, dude.
Hajime.
Thank you for the bits, Georgia. Thank you very much. I fucking love that. Yeah, the Kuze. Fucking peak gamer energy. Hajime! Yeah, he's just fucking... For anybody who doesn't know, literally he's just saying, basically, hey Papa, take me out to the ball game, play ball. That's the rough translation of what he's saying. Swinging around a baseball bat right before instigating a fucking fight. It's so good. I fucking love it. It's so good. Anybody who hasn't seen the 2007 movie based off of Yakuza, it's just called Like a Dragon. If you look up Like a Dragon 2007 film or movie, it'll pop up. The movie itself kind of relies on you having some knowledge of the game, but it 100% nails just the mood of just the game being absolutely batshit insane. It's actually like one of my favorite movies. I've watched it probably... This is the only movie I think that I've watched so many times that I've lost track of since I was like a kid. Oh yeah, the game's super funny too. If you've never played the Yakuza games and you just want something to vibe with, it's like 40 hours of RPG. It's 40 hours of like action RPG. Yeah, Like a Dragon's great too. Like a Dragon is just a straight up turn-based RPG game, which is also great. You watch Donkey, yeah, Donkey play Like a Dragon. I want to play Like a Dragon. So far I've only played I have only played Yakuza 0. I would like to play through Kiwami. And I would like to play through... I definitely like to try out Like a Dragon. I don't know if I'm going to like it as much because I do kind of like the action combat, but the action combat's also jank as all fuck sometimes. It's simultaneously really smooth and cool and just really easy to abuse the systems. It's kind of funny, actually. I'm like losing track of what the hell I'm doing. Can't talk and do things at the same time. That's too hard. Anyway, hope you guys are doing good. We got the good vibes on tonight. So for anybody who doesn't know, I'm going to go away for this weekend. I mentioned it last stream. I'm going to be out of town until Sunday afternoon. Yeah, multitasking hard. We're not really designed to do that. Not unless we can get something to the point where it's just muscle memory, which this isn't. I'll admit I'm not terrible at it, but I'm not, like, amazing at it either. Who the fuck posted? Whatever. That's not my server, it's not my problem, I'm not dealing with it. Big vibe and energy right now, though. Also, can somebody tell me if the ping is actually, like, working? If the bot is, like, actually pinging the server pinged roll? Or if it's just kind of, like, throwing a ping in there, throwing like the pinged like link in there, and then not actually pinging anybody. But other than that, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm glad that all this shit's automated now. I gotta say, and I'm gonna say it again for like the 4th or 5th time, learning how to use StreamerBot has been kind of hell, but also knowing how to automate all this stuff in a single program is so fucking nice. It is incredibly nice. Yours isn't working, but I'll work it out. Yeah, Nightbot's a bit of a pain. I haven't messed with Nightbot in ages, but hey, if you need some help with it, let me know. I'm more than happy to help out. And I've been doing this long enough that most of the bots have a kind of similar idea in how they work through things, except for this one, because this one's kind of dumb. But this is also, it's not even that it's dumb, it's that it just lets you do everything. Yeah, Pepsi, we got the Pepsi. I wasn't gonna tonight, but honestly, I like took a nap earlier and I still was tired. Reminder to drink water. I got a little bit here. I've been drinking water most of the day. I've been back and forth between water and like crappy like Arizona green tea most of the day. Stay hydrated. This is the threat. You got it, Chief. I'm digging the new playlist. I'm glad I made this one. Wilding out with the Pepsi, yeah. We have a little fun on here. You know, we get a little bit wacky, a little bit goofy. Yeah, letting loose. Alright. So, why don't we go ahead and swap on over to the game. Well, what time is it? How long have I been live? Almost 8 minutes. Yeah, that's about right. Cool. Let me, getting too crazy? Ooh, you hate to see that. I'm gonna just... Yeah, I'll close out of Discord for the time being. If somebody needs me, ping me. Or just tell me in the chat, rather. I'm not gonna see pings. I'm offline now. Let me close out of this. Yes, Kuze. I'm so glad that people are using Kuze. I can't tell you, that emote has been sitting there since literally, like, probably a month after I got affiliate, and that was ages ago. And obviously I wasn't on Twitch for a while, so that was part of the reason why. But, like, it's fun to see people using it. It's just a good face. Just good vibes right now, honestly. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good evening, or a good morning, if you're on that part of the world, I suppose. Take care of yourselves, and let's get started here. Alright? Do I want to do this now, or do I want to do this later? Yeah, I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait. This will be like a halftime show. Speaking of halftime show, I didn't watch the Super Bowl. Don't ask me how it went. Because I really, frankly, could not care less. Alright. I don't want to turn the music off. I'll tell you what, let me get in here. We're gonna hit, alright, we're gonna turn the music off for a sec. It's gonna be off for a sec, alright? You see this no signal right here? That means that my capture card is working, which is good. But if we keep going here, hit the power button. Now you guys don't hear the other noises that the Dreamcast is making nearly as loudly as I am. I have earbuds in and I can still hear it very loudly. The Dreamcast it sounds like an old printer. Let me turn one more thing on here and we should be good to go. All right. So if we take a controller here. All right, guys, what year is it? Is it, it's in 1969. I like that. Okay. Okay. What else do we got? I mean, we could do the obvious. But, like, I don't know if that's really funny anymore, you know? Sometimes things overstay their welcome. Sometimes jokes overstay their welcome. That being said, you know what is funny? This is also 420. Yes, it's 1969, the year that the Dreamcast was made. Yes, the good old days. Back before we had all these newfangled electronics, all we had was this weird-ass Dreamcast. That's really fucking unergonomic controller. I cannot explain to you weed sex numbers exactly. I cannot explain to you how, like, unergonomic the Dreamcast controller is for some games. Also, it only has one analog stick, which is a gigantic issue in some games. But, I mean, this was still, yeah, this game came out in 1999 or 2000 if you were in the West, I believe. It's not a very, this is really quiet for some reason. It's older than you. Yeah, that's true. This is true. I mean, it's not much younger than me. But yeah, this was sort of like the Wild West. The Dreamcast was quote-unquote ahead of its time. In the sense that, like, it was probably it was one of the first consoles to push 3D in... It was the first console of the... Ooh, I think it's the 7th generation of consoles. I don't remember the numbers very well, but the one with the PS2 in it. The PS2 and the GameCube and all that.
He shall appear from a far eastern land across the sea.
Oh, that is crunchy. Wonder if I can turn down the
his potential.
That's crunchy. Ahead of its time, yeah, quote unquote ahead of its time in the sense that, like, this console had online connectivity, but literally nobody fucking wanted it. Nobody knew how to use it, and nobody really wanted it. You just hear the Chidori sound effect. Yeah, it's really crunchy. I think it's a gain issue with this. Maybe it's with the capture card. I don't know how to fix it if that's the case. It's really crunchy. Hold on a minute. Because, like, I can turn it down, but I don't have any filters on this thing. Turn off the compressor? That might just make it worse, I don't know. I don't know, is that better or worse, guys? I didn't think it just started suddenly like that. Georgia, thank you for the gift sub. You've been very supportive. I appreciate it a lot. And now I can't hear the game.
A young man who has yet to know his potential. This potential is a power that could either destroy...
Yeah, that's just clipping really bad. Yeah, apologies. Too loud. I'm sorry. I was testing things. It's a lot quieter on my end. It's really crunchy, though. What the fuck is it doing? What the fuck is wrong with you, bud? Like, I'm trying to think what I could do to fix it. Yeah, I'm sorry. Genuinely, I'm sorry. I did not mean to, like, overwhelm anybody with that. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was just... I'm trying to figure out what the fuck the issue is.
begins.
I like that look. Very sudden look to the left into the camera. Let me, yeah, keep you on your toes, exactly. So, I'm gonna mess with a couple things here. I want to check, I want to check something real quick. So it's clipping on both channels. I'm wondering if maybe... I tell you what, I have another Dreamcast, like another console that I can use. So I'm gonna try that real quick. And if that doesn't work, then I can try a different capture technique. Yeah, let's test this a little bit. Let's do a little bit of on camera testing. And we got the Barbie music. Yeah, the sound isn't bad when it's quiet, but when it's loud, it just fucking clips. No, it's not that it's not quiet. It's that every single voice in the game is gonna sound like that. That like really awful crunchy thing. It's gonna sound fucking horrible. It's not gonna be fun. Okay? Which is why I'm doing this, because I'm thinking that it might be a hardware issue with the Dreamcast. Because I haven't replaced any of the capacitors in these. So give me a minute. I want to just try something. I want to experiment a little bit with this. Where's the other one at? Okay, here's the second Dreamcast. I haven't used this one in a while because the controller ports started acting up on me. And there's a reason for that. Part of this is also just me being me, to be honest. And being a stickler for quality. I want good quality audio if I'm gonna capture this, you know? Because realistically, no, it's not that big of a deal. It's actually kind of funny when it peaks. But I'd rather check things out, you know? Yeah, I'm just being a nerd. That is precisely what it is. I am a fucking nerd. It's November 27, 1998, and this controller's not working. There we go. Yeah, the controller port, I remember the controller port started acting up on me on this one, which is why I got the other one. Because I figured that I would probably have to take that one apart at some point and clean it. I haven't yet, but now I've got all the tools to do that, so I should probably do that at some point soon. Is this any better? I get a feeling it's not, considering that like it looks like the audio is peaking on the graph, or in the. Well, I don't know. That sounds pretty clean. I'm checking OBS. I'm just looking at the audio meters, which isn't the most accurate representation of how loud it is. But it was like flatline peaking. Yeah, it might just be like something's up with the audio side on this one. Long story short, when you get consoles going back this far, like 20 plus years, sometimes shit just sounds bad. Sometimes like capacitors in particular will go bad, and that's why a lot of these consoles die. You can replace them.
He shall appear from a far eastern land across
No,
the
it just
sea.
sounds like shit. Alright, good to know that was a waste of time.
Who has yet to know his potential.
I'm wondering if there's a way for me to like
This potential is a
in
power
like
that could
the
either
software that I
destroy
have,
or realize his will. His
if there's a
courage
way
shall
for me
determine
to
his fate.
like drop the audio levels.
The
Yeah, I
path he
know.
must traverse
I know it
fraught
sounds
with
fine.
adversity.
This is just me being me. Let me fuck with this for like 5 or 6 more minutes here, and then I'll be good. Options for V4L. 2 streams. Saturation, aspect ratio, mode device. Low latency mode is a thing. Good to know. I didn't know that was a thing. Audio input. Input type can be HDMI. Because the problem is there's no way for me to, like, change the settings unless I try and change them in-game, and maybe that helps some. But I don't know... Yeah, there's no setting. This was meant to be, like, on TV. Like, you just use your TV to do that. Text is displayed when skip is used, yeah. It's just old, yeah. Game old. So that's the EDID, that's not what I want. Video input, audio input. So if I go MWCap control A audio input HDMI. Did I type that right? Oh, so you just do dash A. That's the same thing as doing... Okay, that's an alias. That's my bad. Sorry, I'm trying to remember how this fucking program works as part of the issue. Okay, so now if I go to here, set device mode input to HDMI successfully, which I was hoping it would already be in that mode, but maybe it wasn't for some reason. Oh, you can change the deinterlace modes off of this thing. That's kind of dope, actually. It'd be more useful if it actually had an input for that, but I mean, it's still nice. Jesus, I forget. This is so the capture card that I'm using is like a professional level capture card, and I can only control it through the command prompt because Linux is dumb and nobody wants to support it more than they already have to. But regardless of that, so if I just list L. Okay, that's not useful info, my man. Okay, that's fine. Whatever, we'll just deal with it as it is. This sounds pretty good, honestly. I don't know, maybe just the voices are super compressed or some shit. This is the same issue I was having when I was playing Sonic, so I get a feeling that it wasn't the disc. But rather just how this works. To some extent. Anyway, whenever anything clips like this really bad, I was literally just writing about this last night in the giant guide on streaming stuff that I want to be doing. Whenever you have gain too high in one section of your, not enough memory blocks available. No, don't start the game without a memory card. Alright. I was literally just writing about this, because whenever you have gain too high in whenever you have your volume too high in one stage of your processing, of your audio processing, it affects every stage after that, aka anything after that, and sometimes it leads to really bad results, like clipping and just being way too goddamn loud. I'm glad I have a compressor on here, but it ain't gonna help with the fact that it's clipping really bad. Sounds in stereo. Auto start off. It's 6 minutes into November 25th, apparently. Okay. Do I have a Shenmue file on here? Choo Choo Rocket. I don't own that game. I have two different... Okay, one of them's a save. And one of them's the settings for Echo. Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi! You just start your game and pray. Oh yeah, no, that's part of my problem. I spend way too fucking long doing all this shit. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. I remember, I think I did play this one. Yeah, Crazy Taxi. Speed Devils is a good game, but I don't own it. And this is some fucking golf game that I don't care about. Let's get rid of Speed Devils too, because I don't have that game. Soul Reaver is a very good game. I like it a lot. I might do another playthrough at some point. Definitely not going to get anything useful out of the playthrough that I had on here from like 2 years ago. I did stream that game, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Super Magnetic Neo is very fun. I'm surprised the file size is as small as it is. I need to get a copy of Sonic Adventure 2. I really do. Also, shout out for this memory card that I picked up out of nowhere from my local game store. Dreamcast stuff doesn't come in there super often, but when it does, I'm usually the one to pick it up. Yeah, please insert game disc. We're getting there. Now you get to hear the Dreamcast sound like a fucking printer. Because that's what it do. Imagine having a local game store. Hey, look, I'm not gonna say I say that I live in the middle of nowhere a lot. The thing is, I live in the middle of nowhere in a state that is still very close to Washington, D.C. Like, I still live in a very, like, a fairly highly populated area. I don't live out in the middle of complete fuck-all nowhere. That being said, I think I have about one local game store that's actually worth going to, and one that just basically tries to scam people for as much money as possible. And the one's 15 minutes down the road, and the other one's like an hour away, easily. Anyway. Unable to locate saved file. Just make a fucking file, dude. To avoid damaging the game file, do not turn the Dreamcast power off or attempt to remove the memory card. Yeah, city boy, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I would like to be a city boy. I would like to live in a city. I don't. That's part of the problem. It's really fuck all nowhere. Also, we gotta let the cutscene play. This is for Mickey. I really hope the audio clips badly, because it does make it funny sometimes. I get worried about it, but it is funny when it happens. Why are his footsteps so loud? Yep, here we go. It's like everybody's like swallowing the microphone.
My father.
You mean like you did? Yeah, exactly like you did in your profile picture. It took me a second to figure out what the hell was actually happening in her profile picture, because it was so small on my screen. I was like, what the hell is she doing? Yes, the pog. Now, I want you to remember, for the time period, nothing like this had been done before. Or very little. That doesn't make it good now. Yeah, I saw the one message in your chat the other day, just like, what are you doing in your profile picture? Yeah. It's a good picture. It's just, it takes a second to, like, kick in what actually is happening. Who do you think this guy is?
Father.
No, that's not it. He's not your father. That's your father.
For the last time, where is the mirror? I've no intention of telling you.
What was that delivery? Yeah, exactly. Even with the explanation, it doesn't make sense. Now, I do love the mocap work in here. It's actually pretty decent. The voice acting is what leaves a lot to be desired in this game. My man, you took one hit. Now, I'm not saying that, like, it's martial arts, man. That's just kind of how it works. But, like, straight up, one hit to the face, done.
How often you ask? I'll never tell.
And he's holding his stomach.
No, don't! Hand over the mirror.
You can't even tell.
Or else, your son. Wait! The mirror, it's buried under the cherry tree.
It's a very cinematic experience, I say as my face covers part of the screen.
That's the name of the man you killed in Moon Swan. It can't be. You! Get up. I'll allow you to die like a warrior.
And then he immediately dies.
Father. We have it.
I'm really curious now. I almost want to pull out the other AV cables that I have and my converter and see if that does any better as far as audio. Because this is just pathetic. I'm not going to do it right now. But maybe after stream or something.
Forgive me for leaving you alone. What?
Hey, Rob. Congrats, you're here to watch a man die. What's happening, everybody? Hope you had a good time over in Rob's stream. Rob, I hope you had a good time with Kingdom Come. Happy to get a raid from you. Appreciate the support. Everybody, take care of yourselves. Make sure you take a little break if you got it. All right, don't look at the computer screen for too long. Get a drink. Get something other than Pepsi. I like the line of dancing Tommy Slugs, and then you got just the rip in the middle. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. I don't know quite what's wrong with the audio, if I'm being completely honest, but it's kind of funny, so I'm just leaving it. Yeah, no! Rio didn't like getting raided. He didn't like that. 4 days later. There we go. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a good time. Once this cutscene's over, we'll take a minute to say hey. How's the stream going? Not too bad. I spent a couple minutes getting pissed off at my capture not being particularly good.
You found the someone you were looking for.
I did find the someone I was looking for. I were looking for. Hi, Walker Pierce. How you doing, bud? Hope you're taking care of yourself. And thank you for everybody who's following. For anybody who is unaware, I keep follows anonymous. If you want to say hey, say hey. I don't see who you are. I just hear a noise that says you followed. Just finishing your crisps? Hell yeah. You know, I had the 25,000 earlier in the stream and almost spent them before Unknower spent them, and then I went, nah, I'll just wait. Yeah, not Unknower, Yana got them, sorry. I got the names mixed up because they are the same color blue. In the Twitch chat, but Yana, cheers on the crisps. You gotta set the 1 redemption per stream. Yeah, that's what I figured too. Can you imagine you got like 20 fucking bags of crisps you gotta eat? Doing well, probably gonna dip till you get home. Alright, man, be safe. Appreciate you coming in, but yeah, be safe. Alright, we'll catch you later. Yeah, you die. Yeah, Unknower is in fact sleeping right now. Yeah, you do that sometimes. Sometimes everybody
Omega
everybody
Chippy.
just, you know, sometimes Omega Binley Chippy. What the fuck does that mean? Ugh, Omega Chippy. You gotta go out and get a fish and chips. You just gotta make a vlog of you going out to get a fish and chips. I love that the sound just cuts off like that. Anyway, it's been 3 days since Ryo's dad died. We've got this journal with a bunch of phone numbers that we can call. Welcome to 1985 Japan. Alright. Anybody who wants to know how this controls, the answer is not well. Welcome to fucking Shenmue. What do you guys want to do? You want to walk around the room aimlessly for 15 minutes? That's what I do in the mornings. You want to stand there and look at your bed? Wonder if you should climb back in it? Come on, bud, you can do it. I believe in you. If it just crashes, I'm gonna put the other console back on and switch the capture methods, and we're just gonna skip the intro. This is perfect. All right. How you guys like this stream? You like his jacket? Yeah, it's like a leather 80s. What flag is that? I believe it's an American flag. But I might be wrong. I think that's an American style bomber jacket from World War II, or styled after jackets from World War II. But I might be wrong. But that tended to get kind of popular in Japan. Anyway, it looks like game said no, so we're gonna swap the consoles back real quick. Thank you everybody for putting up with this shit. Give me a minute. Enjoy the music. I'm gonna put the other Dreamcast back up here. Yes, I have 2 Dreamcasts. The reason for that is because I thought this one was going up a couple years ago, and then I wanted to mod it. I still haven't gotten around to modding it. I'll do that eventually. Alright, you go back here, and I'm gonna not use this. I am going to swap it out for my RetroTink and composite cables, which is not my favorite capture method, because it tends to leave things looking kind of weird. Come on, out of there. That's not the right cables. He gazed at the bed so hard that the console just couldn't handle it. He really wanted to get back into bed. So he made sure he could. Where are you fucking assholes? There you go. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good time. Everybody from Rob's stream, welcome in, welcome in. For anybody who doesn't know, my name is David. I go by Drona Online. I am a... Ooh. I don't like that. The end, like, twists. It's, like, loose. Try them, I guess. I'm sure I've got another set in here, yeah. Yeah, no, let's use this one. I trust this one more. My name is David. I go by Drona Online. Oh, this is an S-video input. Shit, I didn't even know I had these. That's perfect, actually. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good video quality. I'm a bit of a tech nerd when it comes to streaming and stuff. I get kind of obsessed about the quality of my streams and the video feeds and all this other stuff that doesn't really matter that much. But I'm here. I enjoy streaming. This is my first stream back. Well, one of my first streams back on Twitch in about 1.5 years or so. Not quite 1.5 years. So everybody, glad you're sticking around if you are. And if you're not, that's cool too. Don't feel pressured to say anything in the chat. You are welcome to vibe and lurk. I will not be calling out anybody for just lurking. I will, however, be yelling at this bastard of a setup that I have. Multiple times, probably. Yeah, that's right. You'll be hanging out for a bit? Hey, no worries, man. I appreciate you hanging out. I realize it's late for a lot of you. Well, anybody who's not in the US, I suppose. Or it's early if you're off in Asia somewhere, but I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Have to get to bed soonish. Yeah, dude, don't feel pressured to stick around. Okay? Every streamer understands the struggle of, okay, I need, I just finished up stream. I know I want to hang a little bit in the stream, but also I have to go eat and go to bed and take care of bodily functions. I think most streamers understand that struggle. Where's my HDMI cable? One of these days, maybe when I get out of this room, I am 100% going to make a solid desk where I don't have to move any of this crap. maybe the consoles. Maybe I'll move the consoles. Oh, that's not good. Input. There we go. Ooh, that's flickering a little bit. Let me mess with the settings on this thing real quick, and then we'll boot it up again. See if I can get a line doubler going here. I don't know if that looks too much better. Filter? No, I don't want the scan lines on there. That's gonna look terrible. That looks okay. That's acceptable. Me and your hamster are watching. He's a big fan. Aw. I'm glad your hamster's having a good time, and I'm glad you're having a good time. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, taking it from the top. I'm not letting the whole scene play out, but I do want to listen to how the audio sounds now, because now I'm running through analog cables into a retro tank, which should have better conversion than the pound HDMI cable that I have. As much as I love that cable, and it's really useful for just hooking up the Dreamcast quick, sometimes it doesn't have the best audio quality. Alright, it's Shenmue time. I was looking around. I remember that Mercari is a website. For anybody who doesn't know, that's it's a secondhand selling website, kind of like eBay or Craigslist. But I remember that website exists, and I started looking around. I saw somebody selling a Dreamcast relatively close to me, a Japanese Dreamcast, pretty cheap. I already have one Japanese game, and there's a couple that I want to pick up. So I might end up grabbing that, and then just have a stack of Dreamcasts sitting in the corner. That sounds so much better. At least to my ears. Oh my god. Audio quality, what the fuck? Alright. There are no files available. Fine, we'll let the scene play out a little bit and see if it gets as ridiculously bassy. See if everybody swallows the microphone again. Yeah, look at this shit. Might need to mess with the capture a little bit, though. Why is it so cut off on the one side? Hold on. It's always the damn cable's fault. Oh, it usually is. Unless it's audio. In which case, don't listen to anything crazy audiophiles tell you. Cables don't make a fucking difference in audio. That's so much better. That's how it's supposed to sound. It's not great audio, mind you. But that's, like, intelligible. Okay, we can't skip this anyway, so I guess we're watching it again. I'm gonna go get some water, alright? You guys feel free to go get some water yourself, too, unless you want to watch this. Alright, I'll be right back.
Ryo-san. Father! Stay back, Ryo. For the last time, where is the mirror? I've no intention of telling you.
Don't pee long. Am I supposed to pee short? Is that what it's supposed to mean? Because I wasn't peeing, I was just going to get water. This sounds infinitely better. Holy shit. I don't know. Yes. But yeah, this sounds infinitely better to me. I don't know if it makes a difference to you guys at all.
No matter how often you ask, I'll never tell.
Chugging a gallon of Arizona iced tea. Hey, that gallon's still sitting out in the kitchen. There's a little left in it. Don't worry, I'll be chugging the rest of that probably before I leave for my trip tomorrow morning.
No, don't! Hand over the mirror. Or else... Wait!
I like the score for this.
The mirror! It's buried under the cherry
I
tree.
wonder if there was ever a version of this OST released, like as a CD somewhere. Probably in Japan somewhere, if I had to take a guess.
Do you remember Chao Sun-ming? Chao? That's the name of the man you killed.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're looking for like Japanese properties and you're looking for like OSTs and stuff, they're very big on a lot of merchandising, and so typically you'll be able to find like CDs of the OSTs or like other weird stuff, stage plays for some of the bigger ones.
Father.
I'm gonna be peeing for Scotland. Let me see. Shenmue soundtrack. Well, this is the Shenmue 3 soundtrack, which, I don't know, I guess the soundtrack's probably fine. Just the rest of the game that's ass. I still have my inbox copy of that fucking game. I'm not touching it. Mostly because it's worthless. And I don't want to play it. Shenmue original soundtrack. It does appear as if there was a CD version. Ass. I need to get like a filter or something for echo, so I can just add that whenever. I used to be able to do that, but I cut out one of the pieces of audio software that I used because it was just causing me issues.
Forgive me for leaving you alone. What are you saying? Father! Your friends. Keep friends. Those you love close to you.
Georgia. You rip, homie. Thank you very much for this very inopportune moment again while Ryo is grieving his dad's death. Rip Bozo, exactly. It appears as if there's a vinyl version of the Shenmue OST, but I don't know if that's an original print production or if that's something somebody came up with later. Anyway, yeah, this sounds and looks, well, it sounds better, it looks about the same. I'm cool with that, so now I know how I'm capturing the Dreamcast. I'm not using the pound cable, even though that cable is actually quite good. The audio is terrible for capture. Maybe if I was on like an old It's fine on TVs, but maybe they're just more capable of dealing with like the higher voltages or amperages. Yeah, Georgia, your video was honestly really funny. I appreciated the hell out of that video. I know I talked about it last night. In fact, I'm gonna put it in the damn chat. Everybody should go check out Georgia, go check out Rob, go check them all out. I'll shout you out myself. Rob, thank you very much for the raid. Thank you for hanging around. Thank you for hanging around. How many A's is that? 4? Every time I try and type your name, Georgia. Georgia also does great streams. Last Morrowind's stream didn't go so well, but it was still a good time. Partial to Jub yourself. Hey, fair enough.
Partial to Chub.
I can't fucking do that.
Wake up.
That shit was cursed. Yeah, that stream. It was you. For the record, Georgia, I would assume you're aware, but Solstheim is the DLC. That's Blood Moon. You were just wandering around Blood Moon beating the hell out of things and then accidentally teleported out of there back to fucking Ursulaku camp. Unfortunately, he doesn't own a house and he's wanted by the law. Yeah, it's a shame. Let me see here. Where's George's video? Past all the memes that we sent back and forth. Alright, are you gonna load? Yep, that's you. Classic George's stream. You wandered into the DLC and then just proceeded to... Nah. Yeah, there's George's video. Go check it out. She made a great video for Valentine's Day. It was a very comfy little watch. Alright, police number is 110. Everybody better be taking notes on this. I know it's already notes in the book, but you gotta take notes on it separate. It do be like that sometimes, yep. Why does hitting up or down just... Okay. We can call to ask about the weather forecast. Yeah, of course. You're a good streamer and you deserve a little bit of support, you know? Weather forecast, I mean, I guess it's the 80s. You would watch the TV or listen to the radio, realistically, but, like, I guess it's fine that those exist. Let me see. Phone numbers, Hazuki Dojo, home, yeah. Naoyuki Ito, Nozomi. Yeah, so here's what we know so far, alright? They give you, like, a plot synopsis. Yes, you are a very good streamer, Georgia. We just need to make sure that your alerts are set up right. That one stream, you were wandering around Solstheim and literally, like, everybody was in the chat. Rob was in the chat, Mickey was in the chat, Bridgie was in the chat, everybody was in the chat, and people were, like, gifting you stuff, and nothing was going off on stream because you started that one with ESO, and your computer just could not handle it. Absolutely lost the plot. Anyway, so here's what we know so far. A mirror with a dragon design was stolen. It was buried under the tree outside in the dojo. The name of the man who murdered Ryo's dad is Lan Di. Yeah, wore a dragon robe, rare fighting style, tattoo on his arm. In Mengkun, a man, I don't know how to pronounce that, and I'm not going to try to because my Chinese is horrible. Dad killed a man named Zhao Songming. What happened that day in the dojo, and that's all the notes we have. So Ryo is trying to figure out things. This is a detective game. And we're gonna save, and we're gonna stare at the bed and hopefully not crash the game this time. To avoid damaging the save file, do not turn the Dreamcast power off or attempt to remove the battery card. Memory card. Hey Alex, how you doing, bud? Hope you're having a good one. I'm about to say, you better not crash on the fucking save or we're gonna be in a whole other mess here. Because at least now I can load from save if I crash. Alright. Let's get out of here. I mean, walk into the closet, I guess. What I love about this game... What people loved about this game when it came out was that it was like, it was so in-depth, it was so realistic, and that's you gotta remember that this was before simulator, like real life sort of simulator games like this were really common. Saw a tweet about this stream. Hey, nice.
And you?
I'm glad you caught it then. Speaking of Twitter, I've been thinking about just deactivating mine. I was in a couple streams today and people were all just talking about it, and I don't like following along bandwagons, but at the same time, I've kind of been meaning to not or to hop off Twitter for a while now. Shit just damages my brain.
This is for today. From tomorrow, I'll leave it on top of the shoe cabinet every day.
Okay, okay. No, you're not banned. You just had all the clips deleted. What did you clip something? Did you clip something and then not or did you try and post a link? I hate Twitter. Did you try twitter.com? Did you type twitter.com? Is that what you did? Who's deleting all your comments? No, that was my bot. That was the bot. The bot is set up to automatically delete any links, and I have it set up in a very goofy way, so I don't know what happened. The bot hates you. The bot really does hate you. Give me a minute here. I need to check something real quick. You're drunk on a Wednesday. Nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself, alright? Make sure you stay hydrated. Drink some water. Have a good time with it. Hey, Revere. How you doing, bud? Robot rights aren't looking so good. Okay, so what the fuck happened? What did you try and post? Let me go to action history. Remove message. Alright, tell you what. Let me set that command up a little differently. So it actually just removes the message. Because I have it set up now to just time you out for 1 second, which removes all your messages in the chat if you try and type a link. I don't know if there is a way to simply delete one message from a bot, like via a bot. Connor Detroit attacked me in my own home. Alex, no. The machine revolution has begun, yes. You know, it would be really funny is if I just had everything run into shield mode immediately. But, I'm trying to find a way to just remove that message, and I don't know if that's possible. I'll tell you what, for the moment, I'll just turn that off, because how I have it set up right now is it's basically just a command. I'll turn it off. Mods, keep an eye on the chat. If anybody posts links, ban them. That includes mods, okay? I mean it. If you post a link, you better ban yourself. No. The bots hate spam.com. Yeah, so the way I have it set up right now is a little goofy, but I don't have a better way to set it up right now. Anyway. We're going to talk about how in-depth this game is, and by that I mean I can walk into and out of rooms. Oh, it's a Kotatsu. Alright, I'm out. Guys, look at this. I can turn the light off. Yes, I am going to spend like 3 days messing around with this. Look at this hallway. It's fascinating. But anyway. You know, I turned off the link thing. You can just leave it. Yeah, immersive light. Exactly. You get it. You get it. Ah. Good old... Yeah, Shenmue. How you doing, Vortica? Hope you're doing alright. What time is it? It is 10 past 10, and time is moving way faster than it should. I wonder if the TV works at all. Probably not. Morrowind needs a light switch mod for further immersiveness. Neloth needs a light switch mod. You hit it, you slap him on the forehead, and he just lights up. Hey, you missed. Commission. Finishing up a commission. Very nice. Random words and gibberish. Thanks. Thanks.
Son.
Thanks, Alex.
Tired. Perhaps you should rest.
I'm fine. If I don't keep busy, I'll get depressed, you know.
That's just like you, Ine-san.
This is the mood. Ine-san really is the mood.
Yes.
Kek W, yeah. Just people banning.
See you.
You broke the clip preview engine. Yeah, I don't know what the hell you did, Alex. It's quite impressive, honestly. Look at that. Can I eat? Yes. Yes, I can eat. Oh no, it's a flashback.
Ryo, while you're still sleeping in bed, farmers are working hard in the fields, carefully picking carrots one by one. So how can you waste them like that?
Okay.
Traumatic mukbang. Remember, kids, every time you go to eat carrots, remember that somebody's out in the field picking carrots one by one. This is definitely still an accurate argument to make. Traumatic mukbang is just any Nikocado video. Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't know anything about Nikocado. Got that childhood riz. Childhood trauma riz. You love to see it. Any mukbang, full stop. Yeah, fair. By the way, you have to step down into your shoes every time you enter and leave. There is an animation for this so that it can change the model without you noticing. Every fucking time. I know that it's a thing in Japan. I fully understand and appreciate it, but like, yes, very immersive is exactly what I'm thinking. What's in here? Fascinating. This game is very immersive to the point of being... It's also just clunky as fuck. This is part of the problem with this game. I love it. I love it. Don't get me wrong. And it definitely helped kickstart these sort of like big, for lack of better words, AAA projects that do this sort of stuff. Like, there's a lot of ambience and a lot of detail that goes into it, and this was one of the most expensive games of all time for quite a few years, if I remember right. Yeah, it's got a very cozy vibe to it.
Maybe I should ask Fukusan about what happened that day.
Oh, right, you have to go talk to, yeah. I almost forgot there was a run button, and this game almost got 10 times more annoying. Yeah, this game is extremely cozy. Bow as you enter the dojo.
Ryo-san, is everything
It's only
okay?
been 4 days,
Don't
man.
worry, I'm
He got
fine.
thrown out on his ass.
I want to ask you about that man. Oh, that man. The man called Landi. What did he talk with my father about?
Just
Landi
listen to this
demanded
dialogue.
The mirror, and then they threw me out of the dojo. The black suits, catch the names? I don't know. They came out of nowhere. I see. Thanks, Fukusan. If you remember anything at all, be sure to tell me. Ryo-san, why? What you gonna do? Ryo-san, where are you going? You're not going
Fascinating.
after them. Please don't. Look what they did to Hazuki-sensei. They killed my father, right in front of me. I will have my revenge. I need to do this for my father.
I think part of it is that there was a huge color grading shift starting in the late 2000s. Oh, yeah. That sort of like PS3, Xbox 360 era aesthetic where they'd make something really muted color and then throw a color filter over top of it. But if you're talking like late 90s, yeah, they did tend to use a lot of warmer... This game just, it's very interesting, I suppose, because it's still got that kind of toned down look. Dramatic childhood riz activate. That's just the whole game. I don't know if you realize that's just the whole game. Is this the journal? Yes. Ine-san will leave 500 yen on top of the shoe cabinet for me daily. I should go to the dojo and ask Fukusan. I'll get revenge for my father. I'll ask around to see if anyone saw men wearing black that day. The game is cute. Looks nice, IMO. Reminds me of my ex. Okay. I don't know how to respond to that one if I'm being completely honest. But hey, as long as if you enjoy it, like, you can get this game on PC, and it probably shouldn't have any issues running, considering it's a 20-year-old game. 25-year-old almost at this point. Just don't get Shenmue 3. Don't get Shenmue 3. Don't do that to yourself. You don't deserve that. Nobody fucking deserves that. Oh, we need to go see Tom. I know exactly what we need. We need to go see Tom. Time to get Shenmue 3. No, don't do that. I just told you don't.
Ichiro, hey bro. I want to ask you something. Yeah? What is it?
Yeah, Shenmue 1 and 2 are pretty fun games. Time to stream Shenmue 3. I tell you what, if somebody really wants me to stream Shenmue 3, put it in the suggestion box in the Discord, alright? Exclamation point links.
Any idea of who may
You confused yourself for a minute. It's okay. Anyway, the hooded dude, how you doing, bud?
Those women just might know something. You know, they're always near the payphone in Sakuragaoka. Standing there chatting and gossiping all day. Yeah. Maybe they know and are chatting about it now. I'll ask them. Thanks.
I'm wondering if I also just noticed they like have point lights that move. They like vanish when you stop talking to them. Doing good? I'm doing all right. It's a good little vibe and stream before I head out for vacation tomorrow morning. I'd love to watch you struggle.
Nothing really.
All right. Be nice. Be nice.
Hey, mister. What about
There it is.
me?
Sorry. Maybe later, okay?
I fucking this kid right here. This one right here. Hey, mister, every time you walk up to him. It sounds even funnier when it... For anybody who wasn't here earlier, yes, you're very nice. You were very nice. For anybody who wasn't here earlier I was using a different capture method, and the audio was clipping.
Hi, Megan.
So you would have heard that, like, clipping really bad.
You got a kitten in there?
You promised
Have I played Judgment or Lost Judgment? No, I have not. Those are games that I want to play.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I just haven't gotten around to them.
then I'll
You know?
show you.
I've never played this, but I feel like I've watched the intro for this like 50 times. That's all anybody ever does in this game.
But this
At least that's all I ever do in this game.
alone.
All alone?
Yep.
Anyway, we found a kitten.
When it rained, a car ran over
Yeah,
my
you have.
pony.
Mickey's actually played it 50 times. You've been in a time loop this whole time.
Your side.
Does anyone finish it? It's long, man.
Car.
And it's really clunky.
And she said it was
There's a miss. And for anybody who's wondering what the hell is up with the audio clips, anybody who is subscribed to me,
so now
if you talk and you accidentally say certain words, certain sounds trigger on stream. You can also intentionally say them, but where's the fun in that? Missing the bus simulator, yeah.
Keep her here?
Yeah, everybody's helping out too. Like Kota, Yasuo, and Kaio.
I'm wondering if they just... I think I mentioned this earlier. I'm wondering if they just directly translated all the lines from Japanese and then had the people read them with like little to no context. I'm genuinely curious because some of the voice acting in here is just not good. Not to say that all of it is, but a lot of it's just questionable.
Okay.
He says, wait a second. Do you think the cat would like the dried fish or the dried tofu? So got your copy on the Dreamcast? Hey, I'm playing on a Dreamcast, man. I never beat this game. I never had a Dreamcast as a kid. I didn't get one till I was just about when I graduated high school, so about 18 or so.
Wow, she's eating.
Traumatic missing the bus, Riz.
But already an orphan.
Anybody do you want to explain to me what Riz actually means? Because I keep seeing it and I have a vague idea of what it means, but I've never like seen a proper like understanding of it.
Car was going so
I don't get involved in. I like being. I'm an old person now. I like being out of touch. Apparently.
He stays home all day. When I candy shop, I always stop by to visit him.
Yeah, it's close by there.
Riz is a guy who's attractive using his charms. I
You need to be
gotcha.
careful around cars too.
You gotta miss the bus Peter Parker style. Yeah, and then I gotta deliver the pizza Peter Parker style. Spider-Man 2 incoming at some point, by the way.
Think of a name for the kitty.
Alright, what's the kitty's name?
When I think of a good one, I'll let you know.
You promise? Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
You're misusing a lot because I think it's funny. I mean, yeah, fair enough. No, I totally get that. It is funny to misuse words in ways that are just completely unintentional. Well, unintentional for initial use. I need to visit Yamagishi-san, who is an old man, I believe. Yamagishi-san almost got hit by the black car. Okay. That skips a couple things. But anyway, I guess we're heading to Sakuragaoka. But yeah, this game's very... It's odd. It's a very odd game. But I agree with what Vortica was saying earlier about the color grading. There was definitely a shift towards more bright colors, just more vibrant color schemes in general. Perfect example is like 90% of the things on the Dreamcast, honestly.
Oh, hello, Dio.
That day of the incident, did you see some men dressed in black suits?
Black suits? No. I didn't see them.
Well, did you happen to notice anything unusual?
Oh, nothing worth mentioning.
I'm looking for anything at all. Is there anything you remember?
I'm sorry, Dio. The weather was awful, so I stayed
What the fuck are
inside
these
all
line
day.
readings?
Did you ask Sumiya-san? She knows about everything that occurs.
It's
in
like a
this
5th grader
neighborhood.
reading it off a piece of paper. With like his finger over the words. It's terrible. I'm not trying to like, it's just not good.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What's
Yes.
this nameplate say?
It says Tajima.
Does it? I'm trying to find the Yamamoto's house, but see my eyesight is bad, so...
Don't worry. I'll look for it. Wait for me in that park up ahead.
You're so
Yeah,
kind.
you brought up
Thank you
hooded
so
dude. You brought up
much.
the you brought up Lost Judgment. This is kind of what sort of spearheaded. This is the same sort of vibes as Yakuza. Obviously, very different setting. Yeah, I know. It's just the voice acting is very stilted. The game's actually quite pretty, and it does a great job using the assets that it can use to its fullest extent. But like, man. Yamagishi, this is the dude I want to talk to. Hello, old man.
Oh, it's you now.
How is your back?
Yes, it's much better. But how did you know?
I heard from someone in the neighborhood that you almost got ran over by a car.
Well,
Okay, I know exactly where I want to get to with this stream. Wait, I've got a goal for this stream, okay? That's where I'm headed.
The driver was insane.
If I ever do voice acting work like this,
Could you tell me about what happened with that car?
yeah, there's like a point light that's lighting up his face.
Car came flying around the
I can't tell if they're just loading in a
corner
different
I
model
saw
with
the
different
bow
pre-baked
of the
lighting, or if they're putting just like a full-on like point source in front of his face.
Did you see the license plate number?
Maybe if
It's actually kind of impressive, whatever they're doing.
And to make matters worse,
Share with the class, huh? If I ever do voice acting like that, share with the class? Yes, exactly. Have I been working on my Dagoth era? I have not. I need to work on that. I might be doing that. I'm going to be a little bit caught up this weekend, obviously, because I'm going to be out of town. Let me think. I could probably do something Sunday, at least practice. Yeah, jump scared. The Dagoth era jump scare. Remember how I said there was a bunch of audio cues? Yeah, one of them's a video cue. If you say Dagoth or Dagoth or just jumps out at you. It's great. Black car went towards Dobuita. Yeah, he ran at you. He didn't like you saying his name. Nishida. I'm gonna help that old lady while I'm around here. What does this nameplate say? Liu. But yeah, this is just 1985 Japan simulator. Is effectively what this is. Mitsui. I wish I had, well, rather, it's not even that I wish that I had the time. If I really wanted to make the time, I could. Let's be honest. That's really how things go in life. I wish that I had more time to devote to things that I already want to do, so that I had time to devote to learning Japanese. Genuinely. Because I do like... I watch so much Japanese, like I consume so much Japanese media that I think it'd just be a good idea. It's not just anime and shit either. I've been watching a lot of old Japanese, like Yakuza movies, stuff like this where I could probably enjoy it in the original Japanese. Dude's gonna run me over. Ah! Kondo. Was that who she was looking for? I don't remember. Elderly ladies looking for the Yamamoto house in Sakuragaoka. I mean, we want to go towards Dobuita. You can speak some Japanese decently, but it's not enough to hold proper conversations. Yeah, speaking and learning the, like... There's a different... Because, like, I can speak a decent amount of Spanish. I don't know if I could really hold a conversation properly, but I can at least ask for, like, directions and shit. I don't have any money. Oh, no, I do. Okay. Alright, what we getting? Tell you what, let's get some Jet Cola. Alright. You ready for this? You ready for this one?
Good.
My man just fucking chugged it. Jet Cola, yeah. The fucking water of life. Yeah, the cold one with the lads. If I listen to people speaking Japanese, I can understand at least 40% of it. That's pretty damn good, honestly. That's impressive. I would like to learn how to read Japanese at some point, but that's really difficult. Because there's just a lot to the Japanese writing system. Akasaka. Yeah. Ah, good. I would say that I can understand a lot of Spanish in conversation, but it depends on who I'm talking with, because if they're talking at full speed, a lot of the time I can't understand them, because Spanish is typically just spoken very fast for some reason. Yeah, reading is very difficult.
Wait a minute. This
This
isn't Pizza Tower.
No, it isn't. It is not Pizza Tower. Does my thing say Pizza Tower, or does it say Shenmue? Are we on the right category? Because I thought I'd changed it, but you know what? It's never a guarantee. You understand some Korean too, but not that much. That's good, though. It's good to just be able to understand other languages. I really only understand English well enough to hold a conversation, and a tiny bit of Spanish. Although when I was in Amsterdam, I felt like I was picking up on Dutch pretty quickly. It says Shenmue, cool. Just making sure. That's the one joke that everybody makes with streamers, and then it makes them all get worried. It's like, hey, that's not the thing you're doing. Oh, did I not change the thing? Because Twitch sometimes genuinely just doesn't change the words to the right things. You are fluent in yelling and you speak Scots. I mean, those are the same things, right? No. Honestly, though, that's good. That's good. The reason I keep leaning down is because the camera is... I think that the view should be reversed. Like, it should be inverted y-axis, and it's not. Unless they're me, I don't give a fuck. There you go. There's so many goddamn languages I would love to learn. It's a time thing. I have a full-time job that I work on. I've got streaming stuff that I've been trying to set up again finally. and I've just got like way too much. Plus, I want to actually like sit down and play video games. Like learning languages, it's a lot, and especially in the U.S. There's not learning most languages just ends up not being particularly useful. Yes, it's a melting pot, but most people speak English, and you typically don't know what language they actually speak if they speak another one until they start speaking it. I know a lot of Hispanic people who don't speak Spanish. I've also seen people very unfortunately assume that people speak one Asian language and then start speaking it to them only to realize that they speak another one, which is always kind of cringy. And I don't mean that in like the Reddit cringy way, I mean like that's just painful. Yeah, it's wild. You just don't know. English or Mandarin. Those are the only two options. Was there not a... Okay, it's up on the door here. Takashima. What was she looking for again? No, I don't want to check the watch. I know it's 3 p.m. I know I've been looking for this house for this woman for like 4 hours. It's fine. An elderly lady's looking for the Yamamoto house in Sakuragaoka. It says it's in Sakuragaoka, so I mean it has to be here somewhere. And I haven't seen a Yamamoto house. But yeah, you would think with like the amount of like random anime and shit that I watch like subbed, I would eventually pick up on some stuff. I really don't anymore. I can understand like general emotions. Obviously they're exaggerated because Japanese voice acting. But as far as like actually understanding what the hell they're saying, I'm a little lost usually. And by a little lost, I mean like I couldn't tell you anything.
Now, Yuki. Yo! Got a sec? Yeah.
My man's just working on his bike.
Did you see a black car? A black car? No, I didn't. I see.
Alright, Rob, take care of yourself. Have a good one. Thank you for the raid again. Take care of yourself, alright?
See you later.
I like the detail of having him say see you later, and then we're just gonna walk around him and like squint and read at this sign. Ito. You know, fire and tree and kanji, and that's about it. Yeah, writing Japanese is a whole other thing. Hey, Bridgie. Hope you're doing good. I don't think I saw you earlier.
A black car?
A black car? Why can't I read this sign? This entire thing is just like a tutorial to get you to read nameplates, I think. It's all a setup. I'm gonna go to fucking Dobuita. We'll deal with this shit later. Unless, like, did I get this one already? Bye-bye. Yahoo! Alright. Let's just get out of here. I like the ambient music for this game. It's a good vibe. Also, I forgot you can't run anymore once you walk into the loading zone a certain way, like a certain part of the way. So you just dead stop if you're just holding down left trigger to try and run. Because left trigger makes you run, but it just sends you straight forward, and then you get to use left and right to figure out what you're actually doing.
Excuse me.
Huh? Who the hell you think you are?
It's the usual response. That's what happens when you ask anybody anything in Baltimore. Yeah, exactly. I love the Limmy emotes. I really need to... I need to watch his stuff more. I think the last couple times I tried to tune in, he was playing like Dead by Daylight, which just doesn't interest me that much.
I had no idea.
I wish that one of the things with being out in the middle of fuck all nowhere is that just like you don't really get a sense, especially in the US, like you don't really get a sense of community at all. Like I know my direct neighbors, and that's about it. you don't watch them that much. Yeah, the emotes are good. Lemmy's emotes are top notch. Yeah, fuck all nowhere, exactly. What? In quotation marks, fuck all nowhere. I'm still relatively close. Like, your neighbors aren't great. Yeah, I gotcha. I don't agree with mine on a lot of issues, but they are our neighbors and they are genuinely quite helpful, and I'm more than happy to help them out if they have an issue too. I just don't interact with them all that much. Maybe a fortune teller would be able to help us. Feels like the world is very, very... Yeah, I get you. Oh, we gotta show off the sign. This is my favorite goddamn name for a business I have ever seen. Funny Bear Burgers. We have made it to Funny Bear Burgers. I can now die in peace. To celebrate, I'm gonna chug this entire water.
Do you have a minute?
I'm sorry.
Stay hydrated. This is a threat.
It is a threat. Just Funny Bear Burgers is, I think, the best name for a business I have ever heard.
Hi, what can I get for you?
I have a question for you. Do you remember the day when the snow changed to rain?
Yeah, I remember.
Did you happen to see a black car?
A black car? Oh, hey, that reminds me. You know that girl over at Ida Florist, yeah?
You mean Nozomi?
Yup. She was spittin' mad because some black car splashed mud on her. I don't know the details, though.
I see.
Yeah, some of the ways that this... It feels like this wasn't translated very well. Some of the ways this dialogue is being phrased. Like, it's not really good natural English speech. Then again, with a game with as much dialogue as this, I can only imagine the translators were having a hell of a time.
Be sure to let me know.
Yeah. On that day the snow changed to rain, I heard you were splashed with mud from a speeding car.
Yeah,
What kind of car was it?
it was black, and the kind of luxury car you don't normally see around here.
Did you see who was in the car?
No, I didn't. It was too fast. But I heard a rumor that Tom had an argument with the people in the car.
Do you mean
Alright, we're gonna go see Tom, kids.
Yeah. Why are you asking about that car?
No reason. See you later.
What was the color of the black car? It was black? Good job.
See you.
It feels like this is that joke that people make about Super Mario Sunshine's Princess Peach, where she just looks completely fucking brain dead for most of the game. This is my favorite goddamn game. Her goddamn name. Yeah, just Funny Bear Burger. Alright, we're gonna go say hi to Tom. Who's ready to say hi to Tom? Where's my man? Yeah! Game lagging out. Too many people. It's my man. You guys know this one. If you're in Mickey D's server, you know this one. Also, if you haven't checked him out, highly recommend going to check out. I need to set up like a random shout out command so people can just shout out random shit on my stream. Go check out Mickey D. Alright, he finally got his name changed. It's not Mickey D97 anymore, it's Mickey D1. And by that I mean he doesn't have a name, he doesn't have a number in front of it anymore. The one, the only. Yeah, it's Tom. But, yeah, Mickey does great streams. He just raised $1,500 for the Trevor Project. Playing Croc Legend of the Gobos, which is an incredibly difficult game.
What? Nozomi told me you had words with the guys driving the black car.
No, I don't remember.
They might have been the ones who murdered my father.
Your father?
Please try to think.
Right,
Tom.
man, I'll try.
It's
Those
just...
guys in the black car, what were they like?
I saw a guy wearing this weird coat.
What kind of coat?
It was a deep green, maybe velvet, or silk. Like something Chinese.
That's Landi. What happened?
They almost hit one of my
Rio's
customers,
standing
so I gave
unreasonably
them a
close
piece
to
of
him,
my
just
mind.
kinda.
But that man, he gave me this glare. I ain't never seen such a cold stare, man.
Do you remember anything else?
Nope. Try asking Chinese people about Chinese.
Here we go.
Do you know any Chinese?
Sorry, man.
This is the most uncomfortable
See that
thing in the
travel
whole
agency over
fucking
there?
game.
They get some Chinese customers. I'll ask around for you too, man. Come by later.
Sure.
This is the most uncomfortable part of the game. The part where you just go around asking, as a Japanese person in 1980s Japan, I'm looking for Chinese people. It's a bad, it looks bad. There's a context and it makes sense, but man. It's just, it ends up being so uncomfortable. At least for me.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for someone who knows about Chinese people. Do you know anyone?
Why don't you try the Chinese restaurant near the drugstore?
You mean the Ajiji?
Yes? I'm sure their employees are all Chinese.
Thank you very
His
much.
neck texture is like stretched. It makes it look like he has a lot of extra skin there. He just says it. Yeah, it's the it's the worst part about it. Like, I'm gonna take this game for what it is, and it came out in like early 2000s, late 90s. Okay, this sort of thing was typically more acceptable in that time span, but like, man, it's like trying to watch ghost stories over. It's just painful occasionally. Well, it's almost 6. Ajiichi Chinese restaurant owner Tao Sun. I don't remember which one's Ajiichi.
Yes.
Ghost Stories is very good, yes.
About people from China.
It's very not okay. It's very politically incorrect, or however you want to say it. It's very funny. You just kind of have to realize that it's a product of its time.
They say old Takichi is a leader within the Chinese community. He might know.
What is this
something.
guy's acting? I almost want to talk to that guy again, because he just sounds weird. Anyway, I think we can be out till like 8 or 10. I don't remember. This is a sushi place, I think.
Excuse me.
Hi. What can I get you?
Gomina-san, I need to find some people from China around here. Who is the best person to ask?
Ah, well, you know that restaurant that does fabulous roasted pork?
You mean Ajiichi?
Yes, that's the one. Why don't you ask the owner?
Good idea.
It's just uncomfortable. And the game, like, the game just drops you into this one.
About someone who knows about people from China?
Chinese people. Why don't you ask the owner of Ajiichi?
I'll ask him. Thank you.
Like, it's uncomfortable. And it just keeps making you more uncomfortable the more you play. It does get a little better eventually, but like, oof. Now, I don't remember how late Ajiichi stays open, and I can't read Japanese, so I can't fucking tell which restaurant it's supposed to be. That's not it. It's a clothing place. I think Ajiichi's on the right side of the street. But I don't know, because I can't see shit. I think all the places are closing up for the night. So it might be best to just head back and, like, sleep or something. Like a fucking nerd. Go to sleep at 6 p.m. Is this it? I think this is it. Maybe I was just thinking... I have, like, a vague map of this area in my head. Yeah, there we go. Ajiichi. It's just... everything is so awkward, but here's the king. Here, this one takes the cake.
Tao-san. Yes?
This one just takes the cake. This dude stops cooking for you.
Are there any other Chinese people around here?
Why do you want to know about other Chinese?
Nothing, really.
Is it something to do with what happened to your father?
Yes.
Oh no. Not all Chinese people are bad.
I understand that, but the only clue I have is that they were Chinese. Please, is there anything you could tell me?
You say Chinese people around here, but there's quite a lot
Thanks.
of them compared to before. We don't really know the newcomers.
I see.
Why don't you tell him about the 3 blades?
Oh, the 3 blades.
3 blades? What are the 3 blades?
It literally refers to 3 different blades that represent 3 different trades.
The barber, the tailor, and the cook. They all use bladed tools. The barber uses a razor. The tailor uses
You don't have to explain it, I get it.
And the cook uses knives.
Ah, I get it.
Most of the Chinese who came to Japan were one of the 3. It doesn't cost much to set up, so you can start the business quickly.
I'm just
People
sort of
the
zoning
3
out here.
blades also know each other very
This game really
well.
does just make you brain
It's a
dead
good
after a
idea
while.
to ask them if you're looking for information on people from China.
Who are some of the 3 blade people around here?
For the barber, visit Maeda-san. For the tailor, see Itoi-san, who's making patches now. For the cook, go and ask Mampukuken Namen. The 3 blade people should know about other Chinese people as well.
Oh, there's also another barber shop, the Liu Barber and Hair Salon. But Liu San's father is in the hospital now. His family's having a hard time. The shop's been closed recently.
So, I should go and speak with Maeda-san, Itoi-san, and Mampukuken Ramen, right?
I love that he has to review.
I see. Thank you
Like
very much.
he has to. I can't, like, everybody in this town just like I said, it feels like when you're watching any cutscene with Princess Peach in it in Super Mario Sunshine, and she just like deadpan stares at you with like it's just a 1,000-yard stare constantly. It's like nothing. There's like nothing in her eyes at all. Like, it's just completely stupid. Like, she just has no idea what's happening. She literally looks at Shadow Mario and just says, Mario? Even though she sees Mario right there in front of her. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, we're going home, I guess, before the game makes us go home. Mostly because it's too dark for me to fucking see anything on this monitor. But yeah, you have a curfew in this game, which I appreciate the addition of a real-time, or not a real-time, but a day-night cycle system. And the fact that you can only do certain things in the day and certain things at night, and certain events only happen at certain times in the day, and everybody has their own systems. Like, this was very revolutionary for the time period. But that being said, it's got issues. Considering how slowly time passes in a day, if you miss one thing that you have to do, you basically just have to go home and sleep until the next day and wait. If it's a crucial story event. You know? It's very odd. But I like having the day-night systems. I'm always appreciative of day-night systems in games, just because they tend to lend towards... Games that have day-night systems tend to do a bunch of other stuff really well. Mostly like environmental design stuff, because they appreciate the energy that you it's devs that appreciate the amount of energy that they need to put into a world to make it not necessarily believable but pretty.
Doesn't that feel good?
Kitty.
There. Good kitty.
Okay, that's enough. We don't have a name, so we can't really call the cat, you know? You also can't run in the shrine, which makes sense, but sometimes I forget that. One of these days, I'm just gonna hook up a second. Actually, I could hook up a second microphone right now that I'm thinking about it. I have my Blue Yeti out again because I'm gonna send it to somebody. Because one of their friends needs a new microphone, and I just happened to dig mine out. I think it's fully functional. Still need to test it, but I'm fairly certain it's fully functional. I'm gonna have to show you guys just how fucking loud this console is at some point. It is... If you've never heard a Dreamcast, just realize that it's incredibly loud. I tend to just call them printers because the GD-ROM drives are so goddamn loud. I'm just gonna walk into your room.
Ryo-san, I don't wish to meddle, but please don't do anything reckless.
Okay, thanks. See you later, Ine-san.
Yes.
This is like Oblivion, but like 6 or 7 years earlier. Just the awkward, stilted dialogue. Now, it's not randomly done, so it's a little different, but...
What? Do you know anything about the Three Blades? No, I've never heard of it. What is it?
Okay, thanks.
I don't know much either, but it has something to do with tailors, cooks, and barbers. Huh? Is that right? I'm searching for Chinese members of the Three Blades. Ring any bells? No, not
It's
really.
just the...
I see.
I'm not gonna get
Why don't
over
you go
him
check
just
it?
saying,
I
I'm
hate
looking
you
for
first."
Chinese people for
Yeah.
no good reason.
Thanks, Fuku-san.
Like, he does have a reason, but like, it always sounds awkward as fuck. I don't remember where my room is. Help. That's the Kotatsu room. I would love a Kotatsu, honestly. Seems like a good investment, in my opinion. Hello again. I'm gonna continue being lost and opening every door in the house and not shutting them. This is honestly a pretty... I like the layout of this house. I can't say for certain that this is like 100% like accurate, I guess, to like a period like 1985 Japanese house. Not that this would be a modern house in that time period, but it feels good. I like how it feels. I feel like it at least is trying to make a pretty accurate depiction. Ryo has no idea where the fuck he's going in his own house. This is one of my favorite things about, like, just playing games, is that your character may have an idea of what the hell is going on. You do not. Just like, Ryo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't know what's in this room. This is, I'm assuming it was like grandfather's or your father's study or something? I don't know.
Those who follow the path of a warrior must
Yeah.
be ready to die in order to stand by their convictions, live for one's convictions, die for one's convictions. That is how I lived my life. Ryo, it is up to you to discover your path and...
Whose voice is that? It's his father's. But it's speaking in a really strange cadence for some reason. Also, it's talking like he wrote that as he was dying for some reason. Like he knew he was going to die and just wrote that, which is strange. Oh yeah, just go into the fucking storage closet. Mate, what are you gonna do in here? Okay, no, this is a toilet. I'm sorry. It looked like a storage closet. Yeah, it's just this game, I don't even know what to say at some points. There was a genuine attempt to make something really cool, and I think they came up with something, and I think a lot of people thought it was cool in time, like in its own time, but looking back on it, please tell me this is another toilet. Please tell me every room just opens up to a toilet. No, this is Rio's room. Okay. Let's save, because we did things today. So I've officially done everything I wanted to do in the game. It's 8:26 right now. I can go for a little while longer. I can go for a little while longer. I'm gonna mess with settings real quick though. Dialogue's in Shenmue mode. I don't know. Pleasing both dialogue and text, which it should be doing, but I'm not seeing any of the text. Enable area jump from the Hazuki entrance in certain situations. I don't know what that means, so I wouldn't know. And I'm already used to those controls, so I guess I don't change them. Training. Right, because this is a fighting game. So I guess we sleep. It's 9 p.m., time to go to bed. Imagine having normal sleep schedules, am I right? Man, this dude slept from 9 o'clock to like 8:30 in the morning. Wish I could do that. 3 blades. Mempakuken Ramen. Itoi-san of Mary's Patches and Embroidery. Mary's Patches and Embroidery is a hell of a name for a Japanese business in the 80s. But okay. Alright, time to put shoes on. Put 500 yen. I'm wondering, like... I've always wondered this because I've seen a lot of, like, varying, like, circumstances, and maybe that's just how it is. Whenever I see a show portray a dojo of some kind, whether it's a modern dojo or like an Edo era dojo, or even after that, like a Meiji era dojo, it feels like they're always struggling in one way or another. Shoe, yes, shoe. Oh, we gotta show off the best part of the game. We gotta. I know exactly what I want to show off. Cat. Can I not say hi to the cat? Yeah, we gotta do the gotcha. You know what's up. Rio. We should go to Japan. Together I'm a real nut for old Japanese history. Honestly, same. More so than the American history, which is kind of sad. I don't know, I'm a weeb. Call it that, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I like Japanese culture, I think it's cool. Love me Oda Nobunaga, simple as. Right, simple as. Alright.
Get ready, yes, sir. Okay, Gota. Oops. Ah, yo, watch out.
Sorry, are you okay?
The ball bounced off your back. Don't start crying. I forgot there was real-time sequences in this.
Wait, Kayoko.
Sorry, boys. You looking to practice for North FC? You do well for yourself. Fucking terrible accent. I had it down this morning. I've been like on and off working on a shitty North FC accent because it's funny.
Doesn't that feel good?
American history can be a broader topic if you address indigenous and Mesoamerican history. That I'm more interested in, yes, I agree. Kitty. But yeah, I have one down this morning and then just, like, it's not coming out right now. Maybe it's because I have earbuds in and I'm hearing myself differently. So I'm not able to, like, tune in the voice quite as much. I don't know. I like how it zoomed in through the bars to look at the shrine. I Anyway, I guess we're poking the cat again.
How are you doing? I bet you remember me, don't you?
I like how its eyes are just pitch black. Something about that's like really disturbing.
Doesn't that feel good?
Gonna go to bed soon. Had fun. Thanks for streaming. Hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out as usual, and thank you for the support. It really does mean a lot. Same to any of you guys who are supporting. Whether it's just watching, or subs, or bits, or whatever else you got going on, you know, you can always just chill in here. Alright, even if you don't want to do much else, or you can't do much else, you're always welcome in here, alright? Alright, let me show off the gacha. We gotta show off the gachapon machines. Because yes, they exist, and yes, this is a Sega game, and you know what that means. You can get Sonic.
Tatsuya,
Do.
why so down?
I think a good one is ready to come out of this capsule toy machine. Do. Please give me 100 yen.
You're always saying that. Sorry, I'm in a hurry.
This kid's addicted to gambling already, and it's 1985. You know what I'm really gonna do now? I'm gonna flex on him.
Toy capsules. 100 yen each.
I'm gonna tell him, no, you can't buy one, and then I'm gonna buy one.
I should buy one.
Japan. Jabronis. Alright, what do we get? What's our little action figurine?
This is cool.
That is cool. Jackie 1. There is a collection of these. Rio is also addicted to the gambling. Alright, we gotta do the Sega one.
$100 each.
Alright, one more. One more. Just one more. Only one more, okay? Ken from Street Fighter, but it's bootleg. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like Ken from Street Fighter, but with Vash the Stampede's hairstyle. Yo, it's Knuckles!
Hey, what's this?
Yo, Sonic, where's Knuckles? Just kidding, he's right here. We got Knuckles. Knuckles the Echidna. I know that's not how it's supposed to be pronounced. This reminds me of Mortal Kombat Deception's Conquest mode. I don't know shit about Mortal Kombat, so... Yo, we got Knuckles again! I want to get Knuckles. If we get Knuckles 3 times in a row, I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna make a weird bet, but I don't have anything to bet with right now. My brain's not working. I like how the entire, like, PNG that they have on the side of the machine just vibrates while you're pulling it out. Okay, whatever bet I would have made, it wasn't to get this dude, whose name escapes me. Bark. I recognize the character, I don't know much about him.
Changed my mind.
Alright.
You know what they say about echidnas. They has 4.
Don't start. Don't start, Walker Pierce. You know what they say about echidnas? They don't chuckle. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good night. It's just a little chilled Wednesday stream, relaxing for a little while. Barber, are you open, or is this the one that's closed? I think it's the one that's closed. Yeah, this is Liu. So we want to go to barbers, tailors, and cooks. Thrift store. I mean, thrift stores are nice. I like thrift stores. Oh, I should go thrifting while I'm out. Maybe not this weekend, though. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens.
They don't chuckle. They just steal your wife.
I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot. I'm never fucking over that line. It's just, it's just that entire bit that Albert did, like, or Alfred did. Alfred fucking stole the show on the. If you never watched the Sonic Adventure 2 fan dub, please go check it out. It started a whole thing with fan dubs in general, but it is also absolute fucking gold on its own. Like it is a genuinely really funny experience. Watch it with your friends, pause, relax with it, have a good time with it. You know, feel free to rewatch segments if you got it, if you don't catch everything, because there's so much to it. But Alfred really fucking steals the show in like every possible way. This is the ramen place.
It's closed.
Okay, when are they open? I guess I'll come back there later. Bob's Pizza. Is this really period accurate? Was there just places called like Bob's Pizzeria in Japan? I'm cutting out every now and then. Is it like it was? Is it like it was? Or is it a different type of cutting out? Because if it's like it was, then that's an easy fix.
Dead silence.
No, I knew it was dead silent then. Don't worry about that. I just unplugged the whole thing and plugged it back in. 1, 2, oatmeal. But yeah, if I'm too quiet, then that's an easy solution. I just pull the noise gate down some. Honestly, I could probably turn it off, but I don't want to do that because then you guys might start getting all sorts of weird ass noises. Anyway, if it still happens, I don't know. Let me know and I'll figure it out after stream. I'm not going to stress over it tonight. Too tired for that. Knocking motorcycle shop. Interesting. But yeah, it could just be that I had the gain down too low or I was talking too quiet. I miss Doggy. Where Doggy? Doggy! I love Shiba Inus. I would really like a Shiba Inu, honestly. To try restarting. I mean, I unplugged my shit. I don't think it's my end. If anybody else is having audio issues, let me know. Because I don't want to fixed. Yeah, okay, it was your end. I blame you. No, you're fine. You're fine, man. So this is the. That's that. It must be Twitch. It could just be Twitch, yeah. But if anybody has audio or video issues on my stream and you think that it's not your end, let me know. That being said, if you're not sure, please restart your stream before saying something. Because I do tend to stress over it most of the time. Not always anymore, but occasionally. It's been happening intermittently, so you thought you'd say something. Hey, no worries. No worries, man. Hope you're doing good. Hope you got home safe. We should all stop and get Funny Bear Burger someday. It's just... Who the fuck names the shop Funny Bear Burger? I want to make, like, that sign. I just want to have that sign, like, in my room as, like, a light-up sign or something. That would be excellent. Oh, you know what? I know somebody who might be able to do that. I know somebody who does laser etching. You died? possessed your old cell phone? Not again, man. That's like the 5th time this week. And it's only Wednesday. Thrift store. Closed. I kind of like the look of this area, though. This is, like, ideal shopping area. Don't just look at people. Rio, what the fuck? Silent Hill 2 had a location labeled Happy Burger on one of the streets. Yeah, I love, like, weird fucking named... Like, places where it definitely looks like it's an English name, but it doesn't feel like it was named by somebody who speaks English as a fluent language. My man Tom, groovin'. A military surplus shop. Mary's patches and embroidery. If you could possess anything, may as well be a phone or a computer. Yeah. No, I agree with that. Either that or a camera and just fuck with people. Randomly set the shutter off.
I see.
That's why I'm looking for Chinese people that are members of the Three Blades.
I suppose phones and computers, like, if you could change which phone or computer you were in, that wouldn't be too bad. But phones and computers tend to be, things that get changed out pretty regularly. Computers less so, but definitely phones.
Years ago, I was Chinese. Now, I'm a naturalized Japanese.
I wasn't ready for that fucking line.
Is that so? Thank you. See you.
Years ago, I was Chinese. That is one of the best lines in the fucking game, and this is why I record all my audio on multiple tracks, so I can just have that line by itself, isolated, even though I don't know how to shut up. Yeah, you missed the best part of the game. Hold on. Can I go back and talk to him again?
Yes.
Which way is Dew Barber and Hair Salon?
Nah, Gongli Sun's place, down at the end of Dobuita.
The end?
The light bulb in a dark room randomly get brighter and overexpose people's photos.
Thank you. See you.
It just randomly, like, get super bright.
Oh, not now. I'm too tired right now. If you want to chat,
I'm too tired right now. I'm too tired right now, he says, looking at a shirt in a shop.
Years ago, I was Chinese.
There you go. It's just like, that's such a strange line. It's such a weird phrasing. But just years ago, I was Chinese. Like, what the fuck? I was a Chinese citizen, I guess, if you want to be, like, more accurate. But regardless, it just sounds weird. Alright, so, we know where the one barber shop is. I think the other barber shop is... Yeah, it's, like, right around the corner here. 20 bucks for a haircut. 20 US dollars for a haircut, mind you. In 1985. Or 86, sorry. Holy shit. Think I need sleep now? Yeah, Bridgie, go get some sleep. I saw you streaming earlier today. I couldn't catch it, unfortunately. I hope you had fun, but you take care of yourself, alright? It's, yeah, I'm about to say, it's late for you. It's almost 3 a.m. Everybody go follow Mama Bridgie. Still no Coliseum, the curse continues. I could do it now. I have it. I physically have the game and I know where it is and I can go get it. I'm not doing it right now. Unfortunately, other things have come to light. But yeah, everybody go check out Bridgie too. She makes good content. Has a lot of fun on stream too. Thank you for the support. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. But yeah, go get some rest.
Miki.
Hello, Dio.
Is your father real busy?
How could we be busy? Hey, Dio.
But it might make you supernaturally sick.
Sorry, but
again.
I gotta go.
Yeah, it might make me sick again. That's true. Last time I tried to play Coliseum, I got sick.
Goodbye.
As soon as I was gonna try and play it.
Do you have a minute?
Sure, what is it?
Which way is Dew Barber and Hair Salon?
It's down the way past the hamburger place.
Down past Funny Bear Burgers, right? I see. Thank you.
This dude's got like, he had like a almost Irish accent going. Very strange. Last 2 times. I don't know if it made me sick the last or the time before that. The time before that when I tried to do it, I just couldn't find the goddamn thing. And then I couldn't find the disc, and then I tried to schedule it, and then I got sick, and I said, you know what, I'm not doing this, because I was very sick, and wanted to just lay down, and not do anything. Alright, one more time with Tom here. I love the look of the jukebox here. This is very period accurate, like a double tape deck. Typically one will be for recording, and one will be for playback. So that you could just copy tapes like that. Now what?
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, Hazuki, you think you could bump into me and not even apologize?
Yeah, jerk. Apologize to Enoki-san.
Well, maybe I'll just beat an apology out of you.
I don't have time for this.
Oops, I put my playback cassette in the wrong slot. Oh no. That's not good. Yeah, I'll just eat it because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, no, that voice is fucking peak. Mind you, they haven't taught you how to fight yet, so they just gotta do quick time events. Yeah, that voice. It's like fucking Kuwabara's voice from Yu Yu Hakusho. Like the English dub voice. Hey, Hazuki! Except it's fucking worse somehow.
I don't have time to play your little game.
Yeah, someone did it unironically. Yeah, just the oh my god.
I'm sorry. You don't mess with me again. Got it?
That sounded audio stretched. Who's the real bully here? That's what a 16-year-old who smokes a pack of cigarettes a day sounds like, let's be honest. Anyway, funny bear burger. Yeah, Dagoth Bell. Remember, kids, if you're subscribed, if you say certain words, it triggers certain things happening on the stream. There will be no warning. It will just happen. So, Lou Barber, I don't think is open, right? Oh, I think I see it rotating. It is. Okay, so they are open. And then I can check with the ramen shop. You do have to be subscribed or a moderator now.
Stay hydrated. This is a threat.
I got you, Alex. Alright, hope you're having a good night. Take care of yourself, alright? There it is, this whole thing. Emptied out. That looks like an argument. Kinda don't want to get involved.
You, son.
Hello.
Welcome.
How would you like your hair today?
I'm not here for a haircut.
Alex with the important reminder, yep.
People from China.
But yeah, you have to be subscribed now, mostly so people can't come in and spam the fucking bell. Or anything else.
Darling,
I could just set it on a timer, and that's fun too, for people coming into stream for the first time.
I understand.
Years ago, he looked American. No, it's just he was American.
Man who goes by the name Landi. Tao-san and the others of the Three Blades.
Need to unhydrate, but couch is comfy. Hey, make sure you go. Don't unhydrate on the couch. All I'm gonna say.
Chinese, so I don't think I can be of much help.
Maybe they meant your father.
Oh, I see.
He is.
My father's 80 years old. He owned a shop in Yokohama from before the war. Maybe he knows.
He's been in hospital for the flu.
You're not that drunk? Alright, good.
He's been through
I'm just making sure, man.
Kept it closed for a while.
Is he alright?
Oh, he's much better now.
Yeah, hope you're doing good though, bud. I know this time of year is hard on a lot of people, which is why I've been pushing to do a couple more streams now that I'm finally set up. Of course, I got my own stuff going on too, but I really do want to get a proper schedule set up next week. I don't know where the fuck they were talking
about. Go
about.
wherever you want. Don't let society tell you where you can and can't go.
That's true, but you probably shouldn't go in your pants, just saying. I'm still not over that fucking line. Like, one of the best lines in the game. I feel like that was just really poorly translated. That was like a really rough translation that somebody did, and they didn't take time to figure out what the hell that actually meant. So he's in the park. We still need to talk to the ramen place, which should be open by now. And we can run by Funny Bear Burger again. What a name, man. What a name. Does this map actually show shit? I'll be damned, it does. I'm impressed at how good quality this is. Like, this actually looks really clean. Translation? What's that exactly? So I'm here, and I don't know if I need to go to that park or if I need to go to the park up in Sakuragaoka. Society says I must use a gallon of purified potable water just to dispose of liquid toxins from my body. You know what? Fair. Yeah, you don't gotta tell them that. You do what you're gonna do. Just take care of yourself. There's a certain point where you just have to have faith that people are gonna take care of themselves. And while that's not always what people are gonna do, and sometimes you do have to call out people, specifically like your friends and stuff, on doing really stupid shit, at some point you just gotta have some faith in people, you know? Put in toxins to get back purified water. It's an equal exchange. It's an equal exchange. So if I just dump a bunch of Pepsi into my body, I'll get a bunch of extra water out. They spent more time on the map than they spent on getting the voice actors properly trained. You think these were proper voice actors? Hey, is this your first playthrough? Kinda. It's a very goofy, casual playthrough. I've never beaten the game properly, but I've gotten a little bit farther in than this before. This is just me goofing off for a stream or two with this. You won. I don't know how rare that is, but okay. But yeah, Genomixer, welcome in. We played like 15 minutes over a year ago. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we played like 15 minutes on stream. I played a bunch off stream. I played probably 6 hours of this game and only vaguely understood what the fuck it was doing. But yeah, it's a good little comfy game, honestly, for everything that it is. When's this open? Fucking 5 p.m. Okay. I guess we'll go to the... I don't know which park we're going to, so I'm just gonna pick a park. It was Suzume Park. And there was a map over here. Winning can? Yeah, it was a special can for some promotion shit that I'm not fully sure about. It just says park, of course. I can't read the Japanese part. So we're gonna go just check over here, and then if it's not that one, we'll check Sakuragaoka. But yeah, this game's nice and comfy. I'd appreciate no big spoilers, but also, I mean, the game's 25 years old almost. It's fine. My man Tom. This game's a good little vibe, though. And this is also a game, anybody who's familiar with Yakuza, you'll know that if you go into the arcade, you can play a bunch of Sega games, like old retro Sega games. The same is true here. I don't know. I think it's Space Harrier. What badge is that? That is the TwitchCon 2022 San Diego badge. That is an old man.
Are you Dio-san?
Yes, I am. And you?
My name is Dio Hazuki, from the Hazuki Dojo.
Yeah, it's a TwitchCon one went last year. Yeah, I went to the Amsterdam TwitchCon last year. It was a good time.
My condolences.
You'll never get it. Yeah, unfortunately, by the time you see a lot of badges on Twitch, it's already too late for you to get them.
I'm looking for a Chinese man who calls himself Lan Di. Three Blades members like Aji Ichi's Tao-san suggested that perhaps you might know.
Ah, you know of the Three Blades.
I know it refers to the three professions, barbers, cooks, and tailors.
That it does. Did you know that the proud elite of these professions were also imperial bodyguards, protecting emperors from assassinations with their razors, knives, and scissors?
We're getting a history lesson.
About Lan Di?
I gather by his name that he is most likely a member of a Chinese black market cartel, or perhaps even the Chinese mafia.
Would they be here in Yokosuka?
Yeah, one downside. Yeah, the waiting around. I like the day-night system. I like the real-time system, but it... Man, it's got some issues sometimes. Well, real-time, but... Just like, there is a point where you just have to wait to do things. And I think that's about the point where I put the game down, because I just wasn't feeling it at that point. I don't know if I'm going to be playing this on stream. At some point, I would like to beat the game off stream, but also I'm going on a little mini vacation tomorrow, so unfortunately I don't think that I'm going to be... I might not get back to this one anytime soon, but it's a good little vibe while we're playing. Sailors who work Hong Kong or Shanghai import men of the Chinese mafia. Atlantic, probably Chinese mafia of some kind, some sort of black market. So now we need to find sailors, which is good. Sailors. So I remember this part vaguely. We're typically looking around in clubs at night, if I remember right. Which obviously it's 3 p.m. and you kind of just gotta wait for it to happen.
May I help you? Do you have time now, Hattori-san?
What is it?
I'm looking for sailors.
Sailors? I see them walking around in the evening. Don't know
Yeah.
any personally.
I see.
If you like, why don't you ask that jerk Tamura?
You mean the butcher?
Yup. He used to be pretty bad, you know. He was a leader of a local gang. He might know something.
I see.
Yeah, gangs are usually a pretty good place to start. I do kind of, I was talking about it earlier, but I do kind of wish that I was a part of one of these, like, not necessarily close-knit communities, but it felt like people were a lot more communicative. If that makes sense. The butcher. Butcher... I'm trying to remember and cannot for the life of me. Not you. Game lagging the fuck out because I'm sitting in the corner. But yeah, I don't know. This game's a good little vibe. I hope everybody's having a good night. And I'm hoping that the audio is in a good spot where you can hear everything fine, considering that text just isn't showing up. Although I'm talking over it, and that isn't helping.
Tamura-san,
Hey, how are you doing?
do you know where the sailors hang out around here?
They hang around everywhere at nighttime. They all go out drinking.
Why does this guy have like a southern accent?
You gonna start a fight with them?
No way, I'm not like you.
Hey, you can tell me, Rio. Looks like you're getting excited about it, but they're pretty short-tempered, so don't underestimate them.
I'll take care, don't worry.
Yeah. I've never really understood people who are like super short temper, honestly. Not that like, I get some people have been through stuff that you just haven't been through, but like I've never really understood people who just like blow their fuse over little stuff like that. You know, somebody...
The gang's around all these parts, partner. You just gotta know where to look. Name's Arthur Morgan.
No. I want a funny bear burger.
What can I get for you? Do you know of a place where sailors hang out? Sailors? I see them.
He just keeps going around asking random shop owners shit and then not buying anything.
I see them from just before that.
I see.
All of the sailors are big, you know. You'll know who they are just by looking.
Where do they hang out?
I would say they hang out at bars, or some places like that.
Thanks.
Mind you, that doesn't mean that he knows. Are you going to stream YouTube and Twitch, or are you going to move fully back to Twitch? Twitch is going to be live content. YouTube is going to be uploads of my VODs and whatever other videos that I feel like making. Long story short, I like being on YouTube, genuinely, but also it's kind of nice to... I've found an established community here that I really want to just hang with, you know? And on top of that, it's a little bit easier to just get set up on Twitch than YouTube as far as, like, on a per-stream basis. Because Well, I mean, let me talk about it for a minute. Of course, my music isn't working for some reason. Give me a minute. Well, that's annoying. 1 second, folks. We're just gonna have to play this little game here. Let me close out of my music player. And reopen. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, so, I mean, as far as, like, YouTube content goes, so there's a couple things about it, really. Twitch is a really good platform for live streaming. I mean, that's what it's meant for. And it's also just a little bit easier. You went pee in the toilet and got water. Proud of you. Proud of you. Yeah, Twitch in general is just, it's a content that's made for live streaming, you know? YouTube isn't, and although they've made the efforts to put together a live streaming portion, it's still not really meant for live streaming, if that makes sense. Their APIs are still very closed source, so it's hard to develop tools that actually work on YouTube and do anything interesting, which is why I ended up adding in the chat bot, like, just read chat and then throw random sound effects on based on what words people say. That's why I ended up doing that. Because I genuinely couldn't find a way without becoming, or before becoming a YouTube partner to do any of that stuff. And I very obviously wasn't getting to YouTube partner very quickly because I wasn't pushing videos out. I wasn't doing anything that was going to get a lot of traction. I was doing live streams, which themselves on YouTube are very niche, and YouTube's algorithm doesn't push live streams to people who aren't already watching live streams, which there aren't that many of, you know? So that's part of it. That's part of it. It's just going to be easier to get more traction over here because it's, you know, people go looking for streams. There's more features to build community as well. You're not isolated on your little island, because on YouTube, you can't raid people. You just got to send a link in the chat and then end stream and hope that people jump over to the other chat, you know? And they probably won't, because a lot of people are lurking and doing other stuff, and half the time people don't even notice when shit changes. Or it takes them a couple minutes to notice, and by that time, you know, stream's done, video's done. YouTube likes a tight 12-minute video. There's a couple formats that work. There's a bunch of formats that work for everybody. I'm not going to get into what YouTube likes as an algorithm. 10 to 12-minute videos were the meta for a long time. Before that, before the adpocalypse, it was just clickbaity stuff, so like 5-minute videos. I still see those occasionally, not as much anymore. You can get into like 20-minute videos. I've seen hour-long videos, long-ass videos, like 3, 4, 6, 12-hour-long videos that I've seen. But without getting into that mess, yeah, YouTube, it's not conducive to building a community. And while I had fun over there, it's not conducive to building a community from live streaming. Remember when there was a 10-minute video max? Yep. I wasn't on YouTube I wasn't on the internet very much at that point, actually, but I remember it. But yeah, YouTube's just not conducive to building a community solely from live streaming, is part of the issue. The other part that kinda gets weird is just I really hadn't been making that many YouTube videos in the first place, and because like proper videos, not streams. And due to that, I really wasn't gaining much traction. Not that I really want to be super popular and whatever, but you know, monkey brain do like funny number going up. So it was one of those things where it didn't feel bad, but it didn't feel good. It just sort of felt like I was treading water, and not really getting anywhere. And I was iffy about moving back to Twitch because I realized it was gonna be a big move back. Yeah, exactly. Stonks. I realized it was gonna be a big move back, but I also realized that it was just after a little while. So towards the end of last year, I ran into another group of people that I just really enjoyed being in a community with. Again, shout outs to Mickey D. If I can hit the right thing. Mickey D's streams, I just found him randomly. I've been watching his YouTube content for a while. I didn't know that he did live streams. But I've been watching his YouTube content for a while, and I really liked it. It was fun. And so I started watching his streams. I joined his Discord server and all that. And you know how it goes. You know, you join a Discord server, you watch streams, you start getting involved with other streamers, talking with people, seeing people. I saw a bunch of people start streaming basically because they were in Mickey's server and he was helping support them, and it was nice. And they started getting a pretty decent following. And that was fun. It was good, and it reminded me why I like Twitch so much in the first place, you know? And in light of YouTube not really doing anything to help with the... YouTube had kind of stagnated with their live stream stuff. They hadn't released any other API changes. They didn't... And with YouTube being as opaque as they are, it's hard to tell if they were going to do any other API changes. But the only major difference that I got while I was streaming on YouTube, the only major change that happened, was basically just YouTube adding in, adding more emotes, adding more global emotes in. And that was it. So it was kind of just, I saw them treading water, I saw me treading water, and a lot of the issues that I had been having with Twitch when I moved off of Twitch were also getting fixed. A lot of security issues, people have developed third-party programs, Twitch has been working on its stuff, we got stuff like shield mode. Hate raids they're still a thing, don't get me wrong, but they're a lot less frequent as far as I can tell. Follow bots are a lot easier to deal with, and it feels like they're less frequent now, although that might just be bias. Twitch has been upping the security some. It's still not perfect, mind you, but it's better than it was. So that's sort of where I've been sitting with it. And I sat on this info for a while and wasn't really sure what to do. But eventually I said, you know what, fuck it, let's just move back. Worst thing that happens is nothing, because I'm just streaming for fun anyway, you know? So all that happens here is that now people can subscribe and give me money, and if they want to, which all tends to go back towards the stream anyway, which I will be trying to keep track of that budget-wise, although it's all going into the same account. I think YouTube figured out what works for big streams. Yeah, they don't care about small streams. That's the other thing. And Twitch doesn't either, if I'm being completely honest. They just realize that some of the small streamers eventually become big streamers, which is why they have the affiliate program rather than just having straight-up partner program. Because they realize that these small streamers, they can get them to push hard to become partner. They can get them to do the work. But yeah, YouTube works better because you're sort of in your own walled garden, so to speak. It works better for people. YouTube streams work better for people who already have larger followings, which they'll typically get from videos or from other platforms. And I'm just not doing that. You know, that's just not how I function. I'm a streamer first, and I stream for fun. So that's sort of where I'm at with that. Streaming on YouTube was a fun experiment, and I don't regret doing it, really. But it did lead to just not really much happening for that year or so that I was streaming, if that makes sense. But I'm back here. I'm hanging. I'm recording as we speak, and as soon as I get done recording, I am going to be uploading the video to YouTube. So, you guys still get the videos pretty quick. It's a nice little thing to vibe with at the end of the day. I'm going to turn the quality of the video recording down a little bit so it stops taking up as much space. But yeah, with all that being said, I don't know. It's fine. I don't plan on doing much with my VODs. Started YouTube and Linux around the same time. Are you keeping with Linux? Yes. I had a lot of issues with Linux at first. I'll be completely honest. I was pretty much constantly reinstalling stuff or sometimes reinstalling the whole operating system, just because I was running into issues, trying to fix them, and then breaking something horribly without backing everything up. Just how it goes. Now, I have it set up so every day at 8 p.m., my system backs itself up wholly onto 2 separate RAID 1 hard drives. Which, for anybody who doesn't know what that means, RAID 1 is a configuration of hard drives where they're just mirroring each other. The hard drives both have the same info on them. Hey, Walker Pierce. What's up? But yeah, I'm keeping with Linux. I've had issues. Yes, it's a little bit more clunky, but I've actually been enjoying using Linux more than I've been enjoying using Windows, and I feel like, yes, it takes me a little while to figure out what I want to do. Yeah, RAID 1 mirror. It takes me a little longer to figure out what I want to do a lot of the time and how I want to do things. But typically, except for audio, once I get it working, it's pretty damn solid. I haven't really had an issue with it, if that makes sense. That was a really loud noise. Sorry, I'm looking at my my audio interface and making sure that it works out. It's not like having issues or like clipping or anything like that, because that is an issue. But anyway, that's sort of like the rundown, I guess. So I'm back over here. I'm vibing. I'm having a good time. RAID 5 Stripe with parity. Yeah, I would like to get a RAID 5 configuration, but when I bought those 2 hard drives, I couldn't warrant buying a shit ton of them just to RAID 5 them. What I plan to do this year, actually, I have this written down. This is a New Year's resolution. I want to get a network attached storage device set up, a NAS, for the house, and I want to rip all of my old. We have so many movies. We have like probably over 200, maybe over 300 DVDs in the basement, and I just want to rip all of them off onto a NAS and just keep all of that stuff there. And I'll probably use it for a little bit of my own stuff. I might use it to store video recordings on, because video is just, well, it takes up a shit ton of space. Mirror, mirror on the drives. Where's my data? Where's my money? RAID 6 stripe with extra parity. Yeah, RAID 1 plus 0 mirror with striping. I might do a RAID 1.0 or a RAID 0.1. But like I said, that's a ways out. I'd like to get a network attached storage and just rip all my videos, like rip all these DVDs off so I have copies of them and have somewhere to store a bunch of the other stuff that I typically keep on my drives, and that I just may not have space for in, a year or two, or even in a few months. I'm going over to Ireland this year, and I'm going to be taking a lot of video. I don't know how much space it's going to take up. It's 5 years of IT school right there. Oh, just learning about RAID. Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I really do appreciate. I like learning all this stuff. It's fun. I like tech. I like streaming. I like tech. I like the tech associated with streaming and video and audio and all this stuff. I like this. It's fun. It's fun for me. And I don't really care for my job, if I'm being honest. I did get a raise today, though, so that was nice. It's not quite up to what inflation has been the past couple of years, but it is a significant bump regardless. I'm probably going to be looking for another job, honestly, and that's okay. You're miserable learning CCNA? Fair. Torrid. I'm sorry, man. But yeah, there's a difference between doing something that you like because you like it and doing something that you like because you need to make money. And I think that's another thing, which is why I don't do this as a job. If I was to do this as a job, I actually probably wouldn't hate it, if I'm being honest. But I also don't know how well I would do as a content creator, for lack of a better word. You work in tech, zap your recreational interest in it to minimal levels. Exactly. I don't want to do that. I like tech. I like doing stuff on my own. And there's a bunch of other hobbies I could get into, mind you. It's not like I'd be completely, out of hobbies to do if I didn't have stuff in tech to do. But working in it definitely has a different vibe to it. I don't know. Anyway, the big problem that I have now is that I have 2 years of experience as an estimator for a plumbing company, and now I want to get out of construction and into design engineering, and everybody keeps saying I have 0 experience because it's not relevant experience. So that sucks. So I guess if I were to go out and try something else, it would probably be at an entry level again, which isn't fun. But it's what it is. Yeah, it's Alex. Alex has been around. He's been around for a little bit. What does the routing table cost for the given scenario? I don't want to think about that. Yeah, that's just not my thing. You know, I don't care about that. I would much rather just I'd much rather enjoy the things I want to enjoy in the way I want to enjoy them. I don't mind doing engineering stuff. It makes decent money. It's a lot of math. I might do some streams this year or early next year to study for my engineering training certificate test. So I don't know, maybe I'll get like a whiteboard, like a big whiteboard or something, and just like we can just sit and do problems for a little bit. But stream's probably going to be a little bit, yeah, big certification, exactly. Big certification test. It's like 8 hours long. It's not a particularly hard test if you paid attention in school, but I've also been out of school for 2 years. So, you know, a bit of a trade-off there. But the actual professional engineer certification, first of all, you have to do it per state usually. Not the test, but you have to get certified per state. Typically, if you're certified in specific states, they'll just let you be certified in other states as long as you send in the right information and take like a abbreviated test. But I have to be working under other professional engineers for 5 years before I can even attempt the professional engineer certification test. And I've been putting it off because, to be honest, I wasn't sure if I was going to be staying in the country for 5 years. I think that's probably going to be the case right now, just because I don't really know where to go.
Disbarred.
Disbarred. I've been disbarred in 14 states. My name is Saul Goodman. No. I don't know anything about Better Call Saul. Please don't talk to me about Better Call Saul. And that's why I paused, because we were going to lose so much fucking time. But anyway, after 5 p.m., sailors should start coming in here, hopefully. I'm going to do this and hang out for a little bit longer and then probably call it on stream. Your tip for jobs: look at megacorps that have your interest as part of what they do instead of focus on
disbarred des nuts.
Yes, disbarred des nuts. Good job. Disbarred these nuts. Working for megacorp can suck, but it can help you get experience. Yeah, that's fair enough. I've been looking at some of the bigger engineering firms in the area. Yes, these nuts. Thank you. I've been looking at some of the bigger engineering corporations in the area. Obviously, I live in D.C., the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, so it's pretty easy for me to find some pretty big companies. Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, a ton of other security contractors for the U.S. government are in the area. So they're around. I just have to sit down and apply to them because it's hard finding stuff that I'm genuinely interested in. How's the crab doing? Crab's okay. It's really warm for this time of year, and he's not really used to it. He's been trying to sleep, but he's having trouble sleeping at night now. You know, he complains about it a lot. We get a lot of tidal waves out on the Chesapeake Bay. Yes, the crab. Singular crab. We're gonna run back and forth on this strip of land until the fucking sailors come in. But yeah, I don't know. This game's comfy. I want to find not necessarily a place like this IRL, but something with this sort of general vibe, I guess. I'm cool with small city streets. I'm cool with, you know, obviously when you get into super dense, heavy city areas, it's probably annoying, but I love this bit. I mean, if you love it, I don't care. I can do it all day. It's funny. Fuck are you doing? Practicing golf swings? IRL has too many polygons. That's true. But when you get into like densely populated cities, obviously it's a different story. Places, mega cities like London, I call them mega cities. It's not really a good definition for them, but even places like inner city Baltimore, places like that. Like, they're not... Inner cities in general are just not really my vibe, but I would like to live, like, sort of half on the outskirts of a city or, like, in a smaller city. Preferably somewhere where I don't have to drive a car to get anywhere. So that excludes Texas. He's like practicing his golf swing. I mean, I guess he's in front of the sports store. It kind of makes sense.
He is practicing his hammer game for the big Lao Shen Lung hunt.
Yeah. He's getting ready for Lao Shen Lung. Alright, let's go into the ramen place and just ask if they know anybody, even though we already know we're looking for sailors. Mampukuken Ramen.
Excuse me.
Help yourself to a glass of water.
In Texas, you need a car just to get around your own property. Yeah, exactly. I really don't want to go to Texas. Lotion Lung.
Do you know of any places where sailors hang out?
Hey, Rukix. Or Rukix, I always forget this one, but how you doing, bud? Hope you had a good stream. What were you streaming tonight? Here, let me shout you out real quick.
Drinking around here.
I see.
Assuming I typed that in right. There we go. Majin in the Forsaken Kingdom. Very nice. Yeah, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I missed what this person was saying.
Yes, I guess so.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know much about that game, but it looks cool from what I saw.
A variety of different toppings. Corn, bean sprouts, roasted pork.
Yeah.
Fend off the raiders.
See you
nah.
then.
Thanks anyway.
But yeah, thank you for the raid. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope stream was good. We're just here vibing with some Shenmue. Very awkward, stilted dialogue. And very stiff animations. Pretty good. My memory is shite on it. Yeah, I gotcha. I've had that happen with games plenty before. Yeah, Shenmue is just a vibe. This game is just very strange. It very much inspired a whole like generation of games like this. Stuff like GTA, Yakuza, like these sort of like open, quote-unquote open world exploration games where they just give you a large like city area to explore rather than a full world. Everybody has their own like everybody has their own everything. You know, everybody has their own like schedules and like personalities to some extent, although it's kind of hard to tell with the voice acting. Yakuza is great. I love Yakuza as a franchise. I really want to play more Yakuza games and the Judgment games and Like a Dragon. Like, I want to play them. I haven't gotten around to it. Too many other things to do. I don't play enough video games. I feel like I very seldom am able to sit down and be like, yep, I want to play this, because I'll constantly get barraged with, well, I want to play this old game that I was playing because I don't have the energy to play this new game. Or I'll sit down and try to play a video game and can't decide on which one to play. Or I'll sit down and try to play a video game and then realize that I should probably be doing something else. You know, like right now, right now I probably should be packing. I'm mostly packed for my trip. I fly out tomorrow. But I should probably be, you know, packing and making sure that I've got everything checked off. But I'm not, and the way that I've found that I play video games now is by just forcing myself to stream it. If I really want to play a game,
just stick all of your games on a wheel and spin it.
Punk kids, get out of here.
Just stick all of your games on a wheel and spin it. That's also an option. Problem is it's a shit ton of games. What I've been thinking about doing is setting up a recommend a game thing. As a Twitch channel point reward, and then just letting that, like taking that list and then randomizing that list and just picking one out of that for what games I play, maybe on or off stream. Yeah, backloggery is the problem. There's too many things. Don't get me wrong, I'll get to most of these games eventually, but the other problem is I can't stick with most games. Because when I do have time to play games, it's like, okay, cool, I have like 3 or 4 hours to play this game, and I want to go take a nap because I'm tired. Or, okay, cool, I want to go play these games, and I don't really know, you know, I don't have the capacity to start a new game right now, for one reason or another. I was gonna say, Tom better still be here.
Tom.
Problem is getting lost in a game on stream. Nothing worse than backtracking with an audience. I don't mind that as much. It doesn't bother me much anymore. I can understand where it does bother you for sure.
They always start street fights when they're drunk, you know. I can't stand them, man.
Which bar do they hang out at?
I don't know.
I like how they took the one black Japanese guy and were like, yep, he's Jamaican now.
Later.
The singular black Japanese guy that we've seen so far. Yeah, and they just made him Jamaican with the most stereotypical accent.
Excuse me?
Excuse me. I'm too tired right now. I'm not in the mood to talk just now.
But, one day we'll be able to game in our sleep. One day. I kind of don't want that, though, because then my brain's just going to be tired the next day. But yeah, I totally understand not liking to backtrack on stream. For the most part, I don't mind it because it just gives me a chance to shoot the shit with everybody. But I totally get being frustrated by that because sometimes it is just hard to focus on things enough on stream. I tell you what, let's try... That's a bar. Let's try some bars. We're just gonna walk into bars and ask for sailors and probably get the shit kicked out of us. Good vibes.
Excuse me.
What?
I'm looking for a place where sailors hang out. Do any sailors come here?
Sailors? They don't come
Occasionally,
here.
I see.
Occasionally, I think that
see you.
That I would be like a decent bartender or something like that. But then I realized that some days I just get really bad social anxiety, and I cannot fucking do that. As much as I like talking with people and interacting with people on occasion, it's on occasion. It's not as an everyday thing. You know, social interaction's hard. It makes me nervous, especially my job's not. It's not difficult, but it's very nuanced. There's just a lot to it, but all the things that are related to it are typically just very detail-oriented things. I have that sort of ambivert thing going on too. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It. Some days I really do feel like I'm an ambivert to some extent because honestly, if I just stayed in here all day, I would probably go nuts. And unfortunately, most weeks that's just how it goes. You want to go socialize for a while.
I'm
and then
looking for a Chinese man. I can't help you with that, but I know this Japanese guy who used to be Chinese. Maybe he could help.
Oh, hey, Rio. I can't serve you alcohol, but have a seat.
I love... that line is just like peak. Just the, I used to be Chinese. You understand what he meant to say, but the translation's just horrible. What a dude.
So, what's up?
Saijo-san, do you know any places where sailors like to hang out around?
Yeah, like Rio just knows all these guys.
But you don't mean just any sailor, do you?
Right.
Yeah, Rio just knows these guys straight up. Like a bunch of random people around the town, and I wish that I lived in a place where that was a viable thing to do. Here, it's like you know the neighbors that are next to you, and then there's no anything, and I don't really want to be in bars.
Is that where they go?
Yeah, what it means is that he changed his citizenship. That's exactly what it means. But he just says, I used to be Chinese, which is just the weirdest way to phrase it.
That's all right. About sailors.
So, if you're looking for them, try elsewhere. You'll find the Heartbeats bar in the alley, across from the motorcycle shop.
Thank you.
Okay, so we do gotta go to Heartbeats. Got it. I was on the right track earlier.
Hi, Rio.
He just didn't want to let me in.
Akemi-san.
I love looking at it. Like, Rio just knows these people. We're just chilling in the bar. He's like 16? Probably younger than that. I don't know how old Rio is. Maybe it says it in the manual. Or maybe there's no manual. Oh, this has the passport. I didn't even realize. This has the Shenmue passport. I might have to mess with that in a minute. But let's finish off this day, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, just very strangely stilted dialogue, awkward pauses, and everybody does different takes on it, and none of them are particularly good. There's no voice direction, it feels like.
Get out of my way.
What? Go home.
Of course, drunk sailors, not that hard to throw them around, if you know what you're doing. Drunk anybody, it's not that hard to throw them around if you know what you're doing. Just the what? Yeah, like, all the voice lines in this are just, in one way or another, weird takes.
Welcome.
What was that camera shot?
There you go. Milk's perfect for a schoolboy, I'd say.
Are those guys sailors?
Maybe.
I'm looking for sailors who work with Chinese ships.
What are you, some kind of TV detective or something?
Back off.
You little punk. You looking for some of this?
Of course, he immediately walks into the bar and gets into a fight. Nice kick, dude.
That's enough. You put on quite a show, boy.
I'm looking for info about a Chinese cartel.
I like how he walks into the bar, immediately gets into a fight with sailors,
In return, you don't show your
and
face here again.
the bartender just tells him, "Hey, nice job,
Look
bud."
for a guy named Charlie.
Charlie?
He deals in smuggled goods. He's well known in the underworld. He should know about the Chinese cartel.
Where is he?
He loves his hog. Try asking at the motorcycle shop nearby.
What's he look like?
Yeah, like, why was that such an awkward delay?
He always wears shades and a black leather jacket. And he's got a tattoo on his arm.
A tattoo on his arm?
Enough talk. Now get out.
I mean, yeah, he did just fuck up, like, probably several $100s worth of merchandise. Mind you, because some dude walked up and poked him and he just got aggressive for some reason. But, like, he did just fuck up, like, half of that bar's, like, all the alcohol that was sitting out just got trashed. Probably some of the stuff on the rack behind him. Now, I don't know if Charlie is around.
Ono-san.
Oh, it's you, Ryo. I heard you had a hard time.
Yeah.
Are you okay now?
Yes.
I heard you had a hard time.
Don't overdo it.
That's one way to put it. Alright, I guess we're going back home. We need to talk to Charlie. He's around the motorcycle shop, but there wasn't anybody else around the motorcycle shop at that point.
Ono-san.
Hey, Ryo!
Do you know a guy named Charlie?
Charlie?
Okay.
You know him?
He's such a poser. Thinks riding a hog makes him look cool, but it don't. He ain't a real biker.
Do you know where he lives?
No idea. He only stops by sometimes. Oh yeah, go to Tsuruoka's place.
You mean Tsuruoka-san at the jacket shop?
I heard Charlie goes there sometimes.
Thank you.
At the jacket shop? Okay. Mind you, nobody's gonna understand what the fuck you mean by jacket shop other than the fact that it's a shop that sells jackets. I believe I know where the shop is. Obviously it's not open right now, but I think it's supposed to be like a, I don't know what the term is in Japanese, but it's like a souvenir jacket shop. The type where like they have like the silk it's the type where they have the silk, or like it's not always silk, but it's usually silk with like a lot of embroidery on it. Like bomber style jackets. Typically they're really flashy. I think that's what he's talking about. And I think I know where it is, but also, yeah, it's getting a little bit late, so time to go home. We'll check out the Shenmue passport before we get done here, though. cannot see a damn thing. That's another thing that you don't really realize until you go out from where you are. Like, you don't realize how much or how little light pollution is in an area until you've really, like, been around, you know? Like, for example, my, was this to the right here? And then up the street? No, because that's the crane. Like, the area where I'm at, like, there's a fair amount of light pollution, but we're far enough away from most of it. We're about 50 miles out from any major city, that it's not that bad. Like, you can genuinely see a fair number of stars, especially if we turn the damn fucking... We have a lighthouse outside that we use as, like, basically a night light for the driveway, because we have a pretty long driveway. If we turn that off, which my dad never does, then you can see a lot of stars out at night. We haven't fed this cat in a day.
You look good. You're so cute.
Look at the cat. But, yeah, it's something that I, like, you don't notice it, because, like, I've been out here since I was, like, 12, and I didn't really look up at the sky much, because I've always been sort of an indoor kid, but especially at night, you don't realize, like, how many stars are out here. And I'd imagine it's even better in areas that are farther away. But when you're in a city, like, you can't see anything. I realized that when I was in college. You know, I was much closer to DC in that area, and I was in a much bigger city, and you really couldn't see any stars. You could see, like, maybe a couple, but you don't realize how much light pollution is an issue. I also like that Ryo has exactly one outfit. I'm realizing that now. I don't know if this changes throughout the game, but the idea of him walking around in the exact same jacket and jeans and shirt every day is really funny to me. It's also pretty typical, I guess. Not to say you can't wear, like, clothes for several days in a row, but, like, every day, man. Every day. Alright, so we finished up here, we saved. I'm cool with this. This is a good spot to save and just start from here next time. Still saving the file. Man, that takes forever. And then again, it's not plugged directly into the console. For anybody who doesn't know, Dreamcast memory cards, they're called VMUs typically, although this is an actual memory card that doesn't have the little VMU LCD display slot. VMUs were very unique, but they're also in the controller rather than in the, yeah, with the little Game Boy, exactly. Yeah, the VMUs. I have a VMU around here somewhere. I'll pull it out in a minute. Here, let me swap screens real quick. While I'm swapping games here. Well, swapping discs. Not really games. But I'll show you guys what I mean in a minute. Let me pull this out. Pull out the Shenmue Passport. This is a 3-disc game, and these games are like a gigabyte each. Or these discs are like hold like a gigabyte each. Put in the Passport there. Yeah, let me dig around in here. I'm sure I've got a VMU in here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. This is the VMU. See if I can get that in focus. See if I can... Can I autofocus? Will it let me autofocus while I'm in the live view? Come on. Guess not. It's okay, let me manual focus. There we go. Yes, this is a VMU right here. These little things are very interesting. You'll see they have a little LCD screen on them. So the idea is that you put little watch batteries on them. They take CR2032s, which I have a shit ton of. Actually, if I go get those out, I could probably put one in and show you guys. I might do that. But these little things are, they're your memory cards and how they slot in. So this is an actual memory card. This isn't the standard thing. Normally you don't have VMU. Normally you'd have like a VMU, which is what this little port is for. And you just plug this straight in. And now you can get a little display on your controller that changes based on the game. Each game can program the display to do different stuff. Sometimes it'll show hints. Usually it just shows a static image of whatever the game is. But it's a pretty cool idea. And then what you would do is, so whenever this powers on, it's going to make a beep. If I power the Dreamcast on. Did it even make the beep? Or was I just not listening? Hold on. Hold it up to the mic real quick. Yeah, the big, chunky fucking controller. This thing, it's not comfortable. It's one of the least ergonomic controllers I've ever held. The handles on the back are very small and hard to grip my hand around without giving myself carpal tunnel. Same with the triggers. There's only one analog stick. And the D-pad. And a start button and the face buttons, and that's it. But yeah, you can see here, if it'll show... I don't know if it'll make anything show up for the Shenmue Passport. Yeah, there we go. It says Shenmue Passport on there. So what you could do is you could actually edit your save files without turning on the Dreamcast. You could carry these around and just plug them in and edit your save files, delete them, copy them over. You could actually plug... where is it? I think I have another VMU. Give me a sec. Okay, so I don't have one on me, but I can show you guys what I mean here. The PS1 had the best design for the dual analog. PS1 and Xbox 360 are both excellent designs for dual analog, but as you can see here, so what you'll be able to do, yeah, so much chunk for so few buttons. Go back to the controller for a minute. Yeah, the real estate on here is kind of questionable. I get a feeling they were just really insistent on having the screen that you can see on the VMU. Which is why the memory cards plug into the controller rather than into the console. Or, I don't know, maybe they were trying to keep a specific form factor for the console to keep it smaller than, like, the PS1 or something. It looks like a pocket station. Yeah, it's basically the same idea. I know I'm out of focus here. But, anyway, so the cool thing that you can do with these is a couple things. For one, you could load games onto these. Certain... mostly first-party Sega video games that you would buy. You could load games onto these, and you would be able to play them whenever you like, as long as you don't load another one onto it. So, in particular, this one was useful for the Chao Garden in Sonic Adventure 2, and maybe in 1, I don't remember. You could load your Chao onto this and then play the Chao Pocket Garden, or whatever it was called, which was a bunch of mini games that you could get specific items for your Chao that you can't normally get in the game. It's why we got the GBA adapter when we got Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. We got the GBA adapter version. It just let you play them on your GBA as long as it was powered on. And the other thing that you could do is you could actually share saves between memory cards without any Dreamcast. You could literally just plug in these two things, and they would work together. Obviously, this would need to be another VMU rather than a memory card. But these have a lot higher storage, which is why I'm using it for the most part. So there was a lot of cool stuff you could do with them. It was just a neat idea, I guess is the best way of putting it. Let me put myself back in focus here. Witchcraft? Yeah, exactly. All this shit's witchcraft, man. Technology is witchcraft. But, enough about that rant. Actually, you know what? One more thing. I backed an Indiegogo project, which I know everybody, oh, Indiegogo. But this one looks like it's actually going to get done for something called, I think it was the VMU2 or something like that. where somebody's making an enhanced version of the VMU with a backlit screen, backlit LED screen, slightly better button layouts, more memory, a bunch more features, able to hold multiple games at the same time, and takes actual batteries or has a rechargeable USB-C plug rather than using TR2032s, which, again, I have a shit ton of, but I'll replace them later, I guess. But yeah, I love stuff like that. I love little weird gadgets and stuff like that. In my day, if you wanted to manage memory cards, you had to turn on your console with no game in it. You can still do that here, mind you. Nothing's stopping you. But before we finish off stream, I want to check out the Shenmue Passport because I've never looked at this disc genuinely. So why don't we hop back over to the game screen. Same sound font for the menus. Then you have to fiddle around with finding the icon for your game, yeah. Which I think that's neat too. Info, here's Shenmue. Here's 7 Shenmue characters provide explanations about various in-game features. Please don't tell me it's one long video. Okay, no. Prologue, QTE. Yeah, that's just the prologue, I guess. The battle system, minigames, magic weather. Okay. Magic weather, we gotta... I'm curious now.
Time is always passing. It flows continually without rest or interruption. Did you know the appearance of this town changes with the passing of time? From morning to noon and to evening. It has a different face at each time of day.
Why did they do this like this?
You see, well, they're created by the people who live there.
This is really weird. He's talking about the real-time system, the day-night system. Too many closer and we can see up his nostrils, right?
Till late. All different types, don't you?
Yeah, this is like an inspirational speech. Like this, again, this proves to me that this was translated really roughly, and then they like fixed a couple bits, but not all of the dialogue.
So it's better for you to gather information during the day.
Now, to be fair, this is also basically a tech demo, so I'm sure that they were just showing off the graphical fidelity that they could get out of a console. Which is why they have these big zoomed-in things, because they got these nice high-poly models with really detailed texture work.
So be careful. If you're careless and meet a drunk some night, don't say, I didn't warn you. Provided you don't have any business.
Yeah, I can almost assure you, this was like top of the line. Like, this game, when it came out, was, I think, the most expensive game, period, ever.
A good night's sleep.
Yu Suzuki is a very interesting individual. It does just look fucking weird. I'm not gonna say it doesn't look weird, but I could totally see this being like a tech demo sort of thing.
What?
Its eyeballs.
Like rain. But rain eventually stops, doesn't it? It's
I gave up on trying to understand what this dude's saying.
That's because the rain washes away all the trash.
But yeah, Yu Suzuki's a very interesting individual. You gotta remember, this guy got an obscene budget for this game, and I think went over the budget, and managed to make a game that everybody kind of loved at the time period, but did not age very well. This dude also is the guy who crowdfunded through Kickstarter Shenmue 3, which is a complete disappointment of a game. Because it's basically like it's Shenmue 1 in terms of like it feels like he hasn't developed any of the technology beyond what it should have been.
In a different light. Aren't you aware of the beauty of softly falling snow as it is reflected in the light? That's the point, eh? My advice for you.
You remember seeing it in stores but didn't have a Dreamcast? I'd never heard of the Dreamcast until a little while ago. Wait, why do I have to hold the A button to get the fucking dialogue to load? You mean you don't think that Racing Turtles was a good use of today's tech? Oh, I think that was a great use of today's tech. I love seeing stupid, pointless uses of tech. It's fun. Anyway, we're not watching any more of those because that went on forever and I cut it off and it still wasn't done. So here we got the theater. Let's watch some of the promotional movies. Promotional movie trailer. What's Yokosuka? I'm not watching the magic weather. Forklift preview.
I am forklift certified.
Hey guys, my name's Rio, and welcome to Jackass. What the fuck was that?
It's Overlandy. I'm forklift certified.
Is this who I think it is? I want to look at who. It's going to be impossible to track down this song. He tried to kill me with a forklift. It's really fucking weird. This is incredible. There's no editing going on here. I'm not hitting any buttons on the controller. This is just what it's doing. This is incredible. And here's a forklift race. This is a dope song for this. Doesn't fit at all, but everything about this is incredible. I am very glad that I want this to be its own game. I just want forklift driving to be its own game. That was incredible. I genuinely almost want to make that like a. I've been thinking about doing something like Mickey does with the, which is making like stupid shitpost videos to like play at the beginning of stream. I almost just want to run that video because that's really funny. That was incredible. That's exactly, that felt like a shitpost. Like the editing was perfect. I don't know what this preview is. Let's just watch a couple more of these and then I'll call stream.
1999. RPG has changed. Produced and directed by Yu Suzuki. Do you guys think I could do voiceover work?
I feel like when Tekken made joke endings, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Why are you playing it at like Mach 3 speeds? What the fuck? Probably better than the people they hired for this game. Oh man, the voice acting. It really has that like mid-late 90s early like 3D game vibe when they were trying to tell more interesting stories, stuff like Silent Hill 1 or even Silent Hill 2 to some extent, where the voice acting is just not very good because they didn't pick up professional voice actors for this stuff. It was some dude in the studio. Yeah, 80s anime voiceover did the same thing. Like, go play like Mega Man X6 or 7. No, not 7. But go play like Mega Man X5 or X6. Or even X4, actually. X4 has a lot of good ones. Mega Man 8, yeah. Mega Man 8 is fucking atrocious. Dr. Wowie. That's never gonna not be funny. Alright, let's watch the promo video and then we'll call it. I don't know why.
An immense world where time flows eternal, you shall venture. Making acquaintances, then parting. Embark on a journey that shall touch your heart in ways you have yet to experience.
Dr. Wowie. Yeah, Revere knows what I'm talking about.
Now it is time for your saga to begin.
Fucking. Alright, you know what we're gonna do? Actually, I said I was gonna do a couple more things. There's couple more things I want to do to end stream off, alright? So give me a minute here. Let me hop off of the Dreamcast and back over to my computer layout. I got a couple videos or a couple things that I want to show off. And I guess we'll watch the Dr. Wowie video because it's funny. Okay. So for some reason the music isn't playing. That's nice. Yeah, we'll watch the fucking Mega Man 8 intro shit. Is it the intro? I've never played the game, so I can't say for sure. Give me a minute here. I'm gonna reroute some of this stuff. By the way, go watch Vortica's video. It's funny. Also, don't post links in chat or the bot's gonna try to obliterate you. Trust me, I'll figure that out later. It's just gonna take a minute. So let me show off this first, actually. Marriott Bonvoy. I need to grab the link again real quick from my friend. So one of my friends works for Marriott. For anybody who doesn't know what that is, it's a fairly large, one of the largest hotel groups in the world. Yeah, if I type in Mega Man 8 cutscenes, I'll find it, I'm sure. So they sent me this link, and this is so Marriott Bonvoy lets you buy a bunch of stuff with points that you get from staying at their hotels, right? And some of this is okay. You can look at the JW Marriott, and it's a little weird. Okay, cool. You can buy, like, the specific robes or, like, you know, spa diffuser, like, room diffusers or, like, other weird stuff that they have in any of their hotels, because they have a bunch of very specific stuff. You can buy, like, the hotel sheet sets or the pillows. You could just steal them. I'm not going to tell you to do that, but yeah. Don't do that, yeah. You could. But really, what really gets me is this other section just called merchandise. Okay, let's look at what's new. Okay, so you can get, like, some travel bags, you know, stuff like that. A North Face hat, that's a little weird, but, you know, clothing makes sense. That makes sense. How about a fucking barbecue grill? That's a really nice zoom, buddy. Yeah, you can just, buy a barbecue grill with the points. There's a culinary set. A whole knife set. What else? What else do we got? Hearing aids. You can buy hearing aids. All with points that you get from sitting at Marriott. This is not an ad. This is not sponsored. This is just strange. You can get a genuine, honest-to-God microphone. Or a webcam. Or a fucking graphic tablet. A magnetic stripe reader. I don't know why you would want that. If you're not, like, a business. I get... Apple MacBook laptops? You could buy Hogwarts Legacy. Don't buy Hogwarts Legacy. I'm not getting into that discussion right now. That's like a 30-minute rant. Yeah, video games. A Bluetooth speaker. A Polaroid camera. I didn't know they were still making Polaroid cameras, but I guess it makes sense. That's just a whole-on audio system. Like, that's a Garmin audio system. Fucking high Gucci bags. An espresso maker? A toothbrush. With a shit ton of attachable heads. A whole-ass wicker hose reel. Like, just... You want to... There's too much stuff that you can buy with this, and most of it just doesn't make sense. And here's one of the better ones. you just look around a little bit here, you can buy an entire KitchenAid set. The full KitchenAid set. A microwave, an oven, a dishwasher. I don't know what this is actually. I'm actually a little uncertain on what some of these are. I'm assuming this is the dishwasher, but maybe not. Okay, what do we got? A side-by-side refrigerator with an ice maker. Yeah, a dual fuel range with 4 burners. Hi, we're looking at the things you can get using Marriott Bonvoy's perk points that you get for staying at Marriott hotels. Yeah, who stays at hotels that much? Mind you, this also applies to businesses, so I guess. But, like, yeah, a 44 dBA dishwasher. I didn't know that they measured shit in dBA for dishwashers. And an ice maker. A separate ice maker. That's what the little thing is. Like, just the amount of stuff that you can get here. Let's look at what's new again, just to refresh Vortico on what's happening here. Yeah, you can get, like, you know, a travel bag, you know, a hat, North Face stuff. That's kind of neat. How about just a whole griddle? How about a PS5 with God of War Ragnarok? How about a microphone, multiple microphones, a webcam, fucking a magnetic stripe? Like, just why? A leaf blower, a Gucci bag. Why not? Fuck it, right? It's. I don't know. I don't get it. It's very odd. Let me change this real quick. You're going out to here. So I should be able to hear that. Anyway, one last thing before I go. I mean, this is what it is. We know what it is. I can't hear it. I can't hear it. Hold on. Properties. Okay, there we go. There we fucking go. Alright, here we go.
What do you make of these?
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 Seems to be energy resources. But I've never seen this type on Earth. I don't know where this energy came from, but cannot let it fall into Dr. Wowie's hands.
It's so fucking terrible.
All the energy immediately, Mega Man.
But
He like stutters, and they just did it in one take and left it in.
is Dr. Wily?
That's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room. When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wowie.
Dr. Wowie. Just fucking why? Also, I guess I guess you're not working now, huh? Okay, bud. This music player just breaks constantly. I'm gonna turn on music before I leave, so that everybody can just chill for a minute, but give me a sec here. I love this music player though. Oh, come on, be nice. Can you throw out a raid suggestion? Yeah, it's been a while since I've raided somebody. I haven't raided anybody since I've been back. What you got in mind? Anyway, this was a good stream. I'm glad that I played. Oh, what the fuck is Deo doing? Oh no. Deo's streaming from his phone from Disneyland, waiting in the line. Diva Viri playing 14. Sure. Hold up. Let me give him a look real quick. Thought we were gonna raid my hot tub stream. I mean, I don't know. That's a pretty good idea. So I got it here as they're playing Dark and Darker. They just started streaming, right? Also, I'm stuck in an ad, so I'm gonna check them out first before we hop in on this raid. Yeah, they did. Cool. They're streaming for Stop Children's Cancer Incorporated. So, Children's Cancer Fund. It's Cheddar. Yeah, there you go. By the way, guys, if you want access to any of the emotes, if you want to randomly play noises based on stuff you say in chat, well, not randomly, but if you want to play noises based on stuff you say in chat, go ahead and subscribe, alright? But, you know, no pressure ever. And if you want to support and you don't want to have those things for whatever reason, feel free to donate. It's in the panels down at the bottom, blah, 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 blah. I'm done shilling pretty much. All proceeds from me streaming go towards improving things on the stream. I try and be transparent about that. Revere, my man. Fucking bangers. Alright. Well, regardless of any of that, you guys are always welcome here, whether you're subbing or not. Thank you for hanging out today. It's been a good time. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid in here. I was gonna wait till they're live, but I don't know if I want to wait 4 minutes and just sit and talk with you guys. Actually, I could probably talk to you off all night, but I got other stuff I want to be doing tonight, too. I gotta make sure I'm set up for stream. The Tarzan, yeah. I'm glad that you guys like the emotes. I'll just say that. If you guys have any emote ideas, drop them in the Discord. Last couple things. Alright, he's back now. Cool. Cool. I have him muted right now, but I just want to make sure the stream was up. If you guys have any ideas, drop them in the Discord. Don't follow my Twitter. I'm probably going to be deleting that soon, if I'm being honest. But do follow my Mastodon. If you haven't made a Mastodon, check it out. It's not that hard. Yeah. But yeah, you guys are the best. Thank you for hanging out today. It's been nice to have a pretty warm welcome coming back to streaming on Twitch. Honestly, I was a little worried about it, but seems like things are working out for the better. So appreciate all you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take it easy. Have a good night. Make sure you're drinking water, eating food, all that good stuff. Make sure you're taking breaks from the computer, all that shit. And I will see you. I don't know when I'm gonna see you. I come back on a flight Sunday, but I'm not going to be back home till Sunday afternoon, so we'll see how that goes. I'll try and set up a schedule for streaming starting next week, and we'll try and roll from there, alright? Take care, be safe, and let's raid. The raid has been created. That's a fast raid. Okay, well, bye, guys. Okay. Oh, no, that's just a ready sound. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Fast raid. We're going to raid real quick, okay? I don't have anything to say. I don't have any, like, raid message. Just be nice, okay? Please be nice to people. All right? Goodbye.